G'dowdy everyone and welcome to LCK Challenger 2023 Summer, where finally we have fully activated 13.13. I'm Atlas, I'm joined by Crony here today to jump into 3 best of 3s of joyous Challenger action. Are you ready?
I can't wait. It's been a long time since you and I have done 3 best of 3s together.
I know, I was trying to work out why I was so much happier these days.
Yeah.
And now it's all become clear.
So mean. It's been a month.
No, it has actually been a long time for you.
Because the last time, you know, it was Oaks. Because I had to...
We had the chalks moments.
We had the chalks moments.
It was beautiful.
We had the microwave impression. I missed a good day. But today...
Well, you missed a day. You did. You definitely missed a day in the world of... Oh, we don't need to worry about it. We don't need to worry about it. We can just start moving forward. Static Shiv, a thing of the past. Nidalee, a bit of movement speed. Lee Sin, actually buffed. And I think that wasn't I working on a Tuesday last week?
You were.
And I thought that it was 13-13, but it was not. It actually wasn't. We were like, wow, nothing's really changed.
Guess what? It's not going to change anyway. The next patch, that's the one when stuff will change, though.
All right, so 13-14, that's what we're looking for. That's going to be a week away, guys.
Only a week.
We're slamming through them. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen here. And we've also got some new players that are debuting today as well. Starting off in our first series, in fact.
I don't know, though, if... I know they added pressure to the roster.
So we don't know whether he's playing yet.
Over Courage.
If Yundo's in the chat, he would be able to tell us.
He would be, yeah.
But I don't know whether he will tell us.
Where's the mustache chronicler? As far as I'm aware, Nongshim has not been mathematically locked in to make playoffs yet, and I don't think they will. So
I think they've almost been mathematically locked in to win Worlds.
Nongshim,
or to at least challenge Bro.
Well, they have to, right? Because they have to. We have to get Noodle Nila.
Yeah, that's how things are going to go. Let's have a look at the games that did happen over the last couple of them last week for Challenger here. T1 was able to take down Bro after also taking down D+ this week as well.
Pretty big.
Yep, Life Esports doing the same thing. D+ having a bit of struggles here in Challenger after going undefeated for the majority of the season. And then DRX with the 2-0 over Kwangdong Freaks taught us absolutely nothing. Kwangdong Freaks are not very good. Nongshim, 2-0 over Gen.G. Nongshim have been fantastic here in Challenger, and that does make some sense. Gen.G slipping a little bit, although they were performing quite well towards the beginning of the season. And KT being able to fight back against Live Sandbox.
I mean, I gotta say, I think the fact that Sandbox actually got a game off of KT is pretty impressive. This roster has shown some great moments. Even though at large, they're not really...
Says more about KT to me, though. Because they haven't
you can
really
always,
been
can always argue it
as
either
good
way.
as they were.
Same discussion actually applies to D+, right? Because Humble Life was already the second place team, and we know are really good. I think D+'s level has definitely dropped, but they are, to me, still together with Humble Life, expected to be like the front runners. We'll see though. If they don't bounce back today, if against DRX they also look really rough, maybe we get one of the unfortunate challenger moments, which we've had before, with DRX, actually, last year in spring, who did the same thing, where they were really good and then just kind of bombed.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, having a look here, I mean, DK are going to be first, basically. Like, it's or first or second, right? Yeah. Is what it kind of feels like.
Yeah.
They have so many points as well, given all of their 2-0s. And yeah, the match score is relatively different, but, like, they're guaranteed top 4 with almost anything that happens here. And so I don't think you're going to be too worried heading towards playoffs. No. If things go wrong in playoffs, that's when you really start to freak out. But if you see them fumbling, I don't think that we're going to be too worried in the regular season.
Also, it's not as crazy as the LCK race for playoffs. Obviously, that one is a little bit wild. But there are still 4 teams that can reasonably make playoffs. I think Bro, Sandbox, they all have an opportunity as we take another look here. I do really think that for Kwangdong it is truly Jover. I don't think they're gonna get anything going. Any other team, obviously Gen.G is kind of a front runner, you know, is looking most likely. See if they're actually able to deliver on that. And we also see here Gen.G, you know, able to actually get a decent amount of victories against a lot of their direct competitors.
Yeah, so looking forward to seeing how it's all going to come down in the end. It looks like there won't be too many hassles here, although if T1 can make a big run, then it could be very interesting. It feels like a tough run for them. Kwangdong Freaks doesn't seem too tough, but Harmon Life Esports, that should be a rough one. Live Sandbox, that's winnable, and KT, that is also winnable. Bro, though, I reckon they're a shoo-in. I reckon Bro is just going to take over both Challenger and the LCK. What do you reckon?
Maybe. LCK, I'm like, yeah, probably. They're probably going to be the playoff team. And
Oh, yeah.
with how they're playing right now, I'm on board. Bro, Challengers, we'll see. We'll know a little bit better after the day as we have Gen.G Kwangdong. As mentioned, Kwangdong, not great, and unless we get like 2021 spring Illima, and even then, I don't think it's enough.
You got to stop talking about Illima. It doesn't matter. He's got a whole bunch of kids hanging onto his ankles. He cannot run, my friend.
I know,
he just cannot run. It's just
and
not
I
happening.
keep forgetting that the dog is no longer there. That was like the one factor that made them still win stuff.
Yeah. You need more than one generally, and also Illima has kind of been. I think his back's broken a little bit.
No. I have no illusions about his normal form. You know, we've seen glimpses, but yeah, no, you're right. This should be Gen.G taking a comfortable victory, but is challenger, so you know, there's always caveats. Then D plus DRX is genuinely great series, and I'm really excited. I think the DK Hanwha series was also awesome. Looking forward to seeing how this one pans out. And then Sandbox Bro. It'll be fun. It'll be bro leavers versus cool kids that never panic. And both teams have really shown such varying levels of gameplay that I'm sure we're going to see a lot of fun stuff.
We're going to see some things. We're going to see. It's going to be a romp. We're going to have a time on Summoner's Rift, and it's going to be just great. Let's jump into our first series here. Gen.G Global Academy taking on Kwangdong Freaks. Zest, Winner, Ophelia, Cafe, and Lospra are going to be your roster here. We're not going to be casting this one. We're going to be zesting this one. Okay? That's how we're doing it.
We might cast if they lose a game.
Well, even if they win, we might cast anyway.
Well, yeah, but...
However, now get your citrus fruits ready. We are ready for some zest. That's what's happening.
I do think zest is incredibly important part of you know,
cooking.
The use of, citrus in cooking.
Absolutely.
So, power to zest. Maybe he's a hobby cook. You know, he just really enjoys
He understands
making...
the value of a lemon. You know, you've got to eat the whole lemon.
Yeah, you got to use everything. You know,
even the
oils,
pith. Even the pith.
Oh, hey, now I don't know about the pith, Atlas.
The pith.
The pith. You can, but like you really got to be careful because it's easy to make stuff bitter. Although, do you know that there is a Brazilian lemonade that just uses whole limes, pith and all?
Oh, I love that.
It blends them up, and then because it would be bitter, they just add a ton of condensed milk, and then it works.
Gorgeous. Absolutely love that. I also love being able to say pith on broadcast.
It's a very satisfying
word. It is. Oh, it's just extraordinary.
So,
what an array of sounds.
I think they're going to start winning again anytime now.
Yeah,
Any second.
Yeah, they're either going to start winning again or he can't see. One of those things. Melon, what?
They're like pith?
Maybe he doesn't like condensed milk and lime. That combination doesn't seem... it doesn't seem amazing if you're not used to it.
Yeah, no, it is. It's just... I can guarantee you it's delicious. Very, very flavorful. Very delightful.
And Cafe. Key position here for Gen.G Global Academy. Zest in the key position when he only plays 50% of the games is pretty impressive.
I agree. Just shows how much of an impact he has when they do let him play.
Yeah.
It's not fair to the other teams.
He takes a lot of damage.
They have to hold him back. Now, Carfe has been performing better and better. You know, he's been slowly improving week over week. Gen.G actually utilizing him is, you know, a little bit of ups and downs, and we haven't really seen Carfe become a real standout, and that is something that I think for a lot of our challengers, AD carries is so hard because the role is so incredibly punishing. I think more so than any other role, like one misstep and you just die, and then, you know, that when you're young, you don't have a lot of experience in pro play. That's going to happen a lot because the amount of pressure you're under compared to solo queue where half the time people are like, I'll just target whoever's in front of me. Versus pro play where it's like, we are going to blow 3 flashes, 2 ultimates, and 5 summoners to make sure that you immediately die.
And then half the time, they do.
Yeah.
Last time around, Gen.G were able to take a comfortable 2-0 against Kwangdong Freaks, but if that makes Gen.G feel cool, They probably shouldn't, because that's what every team did, basically.
You should. Yeah, you really should. Kwangdong are just somewhat of a mess, unfortunately. Team hasn't really worked out since the loss of the dog, who started off so well. And
We
that's
don't,
all
we
we're
don't
gonna,
talk about...
All we're going to remember.
We're in Challenger now. Like,
Yeah.
we don't need to talk about the most depressing part of the LCK.
Well, they're 1-13 here as well, Atlas.
Well, no, but it's not as depressing over here. Because this is Challenger. This is about growth and evolution. And they are... Look, you learn way more when you lose. And do you know what? Kwangdong Freaks have been learning a heck of a lot.
That's how has gotten to where he is.
Well, I mean, the sky is the limit.
Yeah.
But only for both.
How do you think he became the general? You know how many battles that man fought?
Exactly. And sometimes you're just the last man standing over and over again. Gen.G, they have banned away a couple of Yordles and a Jax. And then the Lee Sin, LeBlanc, and Sejuani, proof that we are on 13-13 here, as Gen.G just insta-lock first pick Rumble.
Carfe is the type of cafe Lightning McQueen goes to.
Makes sense.
Because it's a car cafe.
MTB, you are actually correct. We see all of the
We see everything.
We see all. We are omnipresent in the chat.
I'm impressed at your YouTube comment, which is really mean.
Hey, that's not me. That's a different Max saying rude stuff about Yordles, okay?
I like Yordles. I think they're dope. I don't know about the first pick Rumble. We might just go straight up, try and lock a Yone and Maokai in with this, you know?
I think
not really caring too much. As I do think that even with the Shiv nerfs, Xayah is still super busted. Or Kai'Sa rather, and I would prefer to not see her make it through.
So this is really odd to me.
Yeah.
Gen.G have first picked Rumble.
Yeah.
And then Kwangdong Freaks have answered with Rel Kai'Sa. Now, Alistair could have easily been picked here
But no.
as an answer to the Rel. And Kwangdong Freaks could have easily not picked Rel and picked something else. They could have also not counterpicked themselves in the top lane.
Don't do that. No, Ilama. Ilama, no. No!
Ilama man does
That's
not understand that Rumble is pretty good into Renekton.
It's like, Keen has lost lane on Renekton against Rumble. Keen.
This looks like, honestly...
Keen has, Keen
Yeah.
has lost lane in isolation. No jungle ganks, just 1v1 against Rumble.
But Rascal lost as Rumble in this matchup yesterday, so I think it's actually bad. I think Renekton hard counter to Rumble, 100%, as we know. Watch Zest take Ignite, by the way. Ignite Gathering Storm, and then like Hooney's somewhere, just like he gets this twinge of excitement and happiness. He's like, someone's playing Rumble correctly.
Kilama, that's good. So what I wanna highlight, there was actually a really cool piece of content.
Oh, Andrew Swagdock.
He got hit by something. I don't know what.
You're gonna get hit by. Oh wait, he Nightbot. Oh, did Nightbot delete?
Hey, Nightbot already got him, but
yeah,
like maybe he must have been.
Maybe you can have a week off.
What? No, he must have been memeing. No. No one would say that. Well, okay,
Well, if you're gonna try and meme, but you actually are rude. You're gonna get booped for a week. I'm sorry, it's just how it goes.
As I was, I verified my Twitch account to send this message. That is a great first
Circles
message.
and stuff. We appreciate you.
That is good stuff.
We appreciate you a lot.
Which team has better pick? This is challengers. It doesn't matter. It's probably Gen.G, but like they also have Kai'Sa, so who knows? Don't try to predict challengers. This is not.
Gen.G have picked a composition, and Kwangdong Freaks counterpicked themselves into it. That is what's happened.
Yeah.
We do have the Annie being hovered here, and Kwangdong Freaks, like, you can think about it that way, right? Where in this particular game, there are a fair few answers for Gen.G, but this is a lot of comfort, and it is a lot of R button go in.
Yeah, they're fully sending it, which
and it's great because like no brain go in.
Yeah,
that's how you win.
Slap a Viego onto this, you're there.
Pizza Good Yum, we're doing pretty good.
So there was a piece of content that the LEC did with specifically the... Oh, okay, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. If that happens, we're also going to talk about that. Where they did interviews with the Korean players, so Noah and
the ones
and
overseas?
Malrang, and and Jonghoon, all the players that are playing, and Photon. And they were just basically saying, yeah, in Korean scrims, you know, we're doing 3 scrim blocks as opposed to 2. And drafts are just the same. Like, we just run the same drafts, and we just keep getting better and better and better at it. And then Malrang was like, yeah, here in Europe, sometimes drafts, very bad. Very, very bad. And it's such an interesting showcase to me in the very obviously different philosophy when it comes to drafting.
And also the different philosophy when it comes to practice as well. Because in Korea, it's about grind.
Particularly in challengers and in league esports in general.
Repetition, and getting the muscle memory in there and stuff like that. Whereas I think that the exercise of being in a draft and having to choose champions is very important, but it's also something that Europe has always been relatively good at.
Yeah,
it's the hands that have been the problem, but the drafting hasn't necessarily been.
Yeah, that's the irony, right? Because we talk often about the fact that, I do agree, I think that if there is a Korean team that truly tries and really going hard on draft, we've seen the most successful forms of D+, for example, really be successful at this.
Yeah.
It can give them an edge, but at the same time, when it comes to performance, both LPL and LCK teams are just
and you like take
everyone.
this draft for an example, right? Like, I am somehow coming out of this draft disappointed in both teams. It's impressive. Like, it really is impressive that we've had like mistakes and then like, hold my beer, and then it's like, no, you hold my beer,
so
and then
if
they're like just trading beers over and over again.
If you don't know the draft order. No, I think the Kwangdong comp, only looking at that, is cohesive, makes sense, and is good. Into what Gen.G have, it's a disaster. The only thing I'm like, why is Vi there?
Why is Talia there?
No, Talia's, again, because you know you're going to play kite back, right? So like you put down your E, you have your Kaisa that wants to kite back as well. Like, that part makes sense to me. But if that is a Maokai, I'm like, great comp. But instead, there's a Vi.
I just think that having solo AP Rumble is so powerful.
It does feel really good.
It is
I do agree.
Very, very strong. But look, we'll just have to see after a bit of rocking out what's going to happen. If you didn't hear us, it doesn't mean it didn't happen. I don't know whether our mics have been turned off and stuff like that as we jump into the game.
We'll keep fighting the good fight.
But we will keep doing no matter. Oh, loud and clear? Heck yeah. Thank you very much, miscellaneous sci-fi.
So don't, like, which team should don't bet on challengers. Just don't do it. There's no good to come out of it.
Shogi24, you are the first one to get completely boomed in the face. Goodbye. Yes.
He's lucky Valdez isn't here.
Well, Valdez is going to be here. I had to actually come in. If they turn off your mics during that, we boycott. Don't boycott, then our broadcast will be ruined. Don't do that. Just maybe like say things of encouragement to get them to perhaps make sure that we can always do, you know? Yeah, so pretty much if you mention gambling, you're almost definitely going to get Valdez'd. That is
really how it works.
That's just rule number 1.
Because as it turns out, people that bet are generally
unless you're talking about channel points gamble, which is completely fine.
Yeah, that's
we
every
do want to push towards getting.
Yeah,
that would be great.
38 minutes in this. No, this is the second person that Atlas has shadow.
Yeah, no, I'm twice in a row now. Yeah, Valdez is like the Monka-S. That is the definite Monka.
Basically, how it works is Wolf doesn't ban people. Wolf doesn't care. I will be timing people out. So if you get me, you get lucky.
Yeah.
And then Atlas is like, when he's there, you probably get that. And Valdez is the Terminator. Valdez is actually...
Valdez is Skynet.
Valdez is...
I'm the Terminator because I come in, but I'm only one man and I only see a certain amount of things. So I'm bashing things really, really hard. Whereas Valdez is actually Skynet. He sees all and he will kill.
What's wrong with Gamba? So we can have a little bit of a discussion because I don't think the early game is going to give us too much action. It's just really a lot of the toxicity has like really skyrocketed because people are mad because they lose money.
Yeah.
And that's just, they then point that at the players.
And it also ruins families and destroys careers and stuff like
Yeah,
that. It's just generally
gambling is
not a
bad.
good thing. Yeah.
So Courage.
As Winner is also not having a great time. Gonna have to flash here as Courage just moves on over and gets rid of him. So really nicely played here from Quandong Freaks. And as far as early games are concerned, this is idyllic for Quandong Freaks.
Yeah, looking really good. You're always looking to play very far forward. Oh my god. They're sending it. I don't have a wave.
Okay,
So
Mohan.
Mom has to wait a little bit. Look at that focus. Oh.
Is this a coordinated jungle invade plus dive?
Oh, Ophelia knows though. Yeah, he should
does.
be fine. Oh, that's a good read.
Do they know about the harm? But there is at least, you know, enough wave clear here. So Gen.G, they weather the storm. Very nicely done.
Good read.
And that does mean that Bull is just chilling in this bottom lane, doing his best to void seek farm. And that is going to be a struggle. So Cafe and Losper, a bit of extra space. And Gen.G going to be able to walk away. So nice diffusal of the situation here by the Gen.G squad.
Very important. Keep your mid laner alive. Once Celia starts falling behind, the pick is a lot weaker. Ophelia also gone for Aerie, so trying to look for a little bit more trading power in lane.
Sometimes I read mean things written in chat, but they're clever mean, and it makes me very conflicted. For example, Cordless Battery saying, investing your mental sanity into Quandong Freak's success also ruins families. You know, which can be rough, as that is going to be a flash out from Cleaver. Very nice little roam up here from Losper as the threaded volley.
Yeah.
Not going to grab the kill, but Cleaver now no flash on the Annie means that the power level of this mid lane much lower, and Losper doesn't waste nearly as much time, right? They immediately go for the play, the timing is great, and Gen.G get themselves, you know, a little bit of tempo, a little bit of an advantage.
Just perfect use of the roam timer. Like, actually really nicely done. Losper backs, walks mid, gets a flash, forces a teleport, goes home. Well, in this case, goes to his lane. Yeah, I know.
I didn't see the line.
I did.
Riding the line between Atlas liking you and getting Atlas is the extreme sport I never knew I needed.
In a few years, that's going to be on the Olympics, you know? It's going to be a sport where Atlas just sits there and you do something and he's like, it's good enough.
You've just got to start with a few comments that are just like genuinely funny or perhaps wholesome, and then
you get away with a lot more.
And then I'm on, you're on my radar as, you know, someone who's a bit funny and cool, and then you can get away with saying all sorts of random stuff.
Yeah.
And it's all right, because you got to understand that sarcasm, when you're not a known quantity, is a very difficult thing to execute on the internet. That's how it sort of goes. And also flame is way more tolerable if you're creative. That is
also
100% true.
Also,
you can get away with a lot in solo queue if you're
You
creative.
have like 9 unread chat messages on Twitch, which I'm sure is just all people like, please unban me.
Oh yeah, there's like 1 billion unban requests. And there's like, yeah, there's just a million everything. There's a lot of red things at the top of my screen. That's what happens when you're a moderator in the LCK chat.
Did Bull and Bulldog ever play together? They did, in fact, play together, and it was very funny. Please unban me from OPL chats.
No, Denunciator, you remember what you did, and you haven't even said enough sorries.
I love LCK chat. I mean, LCK chat is generally great.
LCK chat on a bro day is the greatest chat.
It's actually
ever.
the best chat ever. Yeah, it is. It is wonderful. Oh, Nightbot it. Looking at the early game here, Kwangdong already picking up a dragon is really big. I do think that this composition gets a little bit more longevity just by the virtue of having a Kai'Sa there. We'll see though if Bull actually opts into the AP variant still, even after the nerfs. I don't think the Shiv nerf was that relevant for AP Kai'Sa specifically. And the amount of power that you'll get by poking is unchanged, will be changed on 13-15. So we're going to have a whole lot of Kai'Sa, at least in playoffs. But post-playoffs, you know, Worlds, hopefully, will be
Worlds will be like a few patches afterwards, right?
Absolutely.
So we got
usually it's like
time.
18
Yeah.
that they kind of go for. They do like a really big patch on 17, and then they'll see, and then 18, they'll like adjust it a little bit, and then that's the patch that usually we play on.
Well, very interested to see how it's going to go. Right now, it feels like comfort and ease of execution is working out in this game. But maybe not as much as it could.
I thought we were the best chat. So on average, you are. because LCK chat is only the best during Bro.
Yeah, and also, like, we can recognize a Challenger fan in
We actually do,
LCK
all the
chat.
time.
All the time. As that is a flash forward.
Going
They
in.
throw down the Bears as well as Lospa trying to help Winner out, who's just going to wander his way towards safety. Easy peasy, no worries at all. Zest moves on over, Equalizer at the ready, and Kwangdong Freaks, they just don't have enough ergs, not enough gas in the tank.
Crazy that they actually aren't able to get the kill.
Is
with
Zest
Zest.
just, yeah, he's gonna have to flash. Oh,
What is
seismic
happening?
shove happened in the mid lane, I guess, because everyone was in the sky when we came on over. Oh no, maybe it was a grand entrance. I don't know. There's knockups, there's things happening. Kwangdong Freaks, though, they will be able to grab the first Herald, and so I guess, even though no one died and nothing really happened, something happened enough for this Herald to go over to
Gen.G let
Kwangdong
it go.
Freaks.
Bull is here. He has his ultimate.
Well,
they did not let it go.
he's Magnet Storming, he's getting all the way in there. That is going to be first blood onto Ophelia. And Courage now going to pick up the mantle of Talia and roam around. This, the let it go strategy, not a Frozen exclusive, one that Gen.G could have actually employed.
Would have been good. Would have been preferable to this. Because they actually play out the first skirmish pretty decently, but just getting away with your life should be a win in of itself there. And then walking upwards here, unaware of the roam. Doesn't end up working out. Moham going in very aggressively, but it works out because he's Rel and he's Magnet Storm available. They also know they're going to be a member up. So easy X's to that back line.
Yeah, really nicely done. Bless you. He's actually holding the microphone away, so you didn't know that Mal sneezed, but he did. Because we're not going to hold anything back. This is the Challenger stream. It's very similar to Orcs, who thinks that the cough button works on the LCK, and it doesn't.
It doesn't.
And I keep wanting to say something, and I always forget to say it after the broadcast ends.
So he still doesn't know?
He just like leans over and very carefully presses the cough button that doesn't work and sneezes directly into the microphone, you know? And it's a bit of a shame. I don't know, maybe you guys have heard before, but if you like hear like random coughs and sneezes, because it happens at the beginning of the game, and then I'm like, oh, I should probably tell him about that. But then the game continues, and I'm distracted, and I'm not thinking about it at the end.
I would also forget, actually, 100% every time. I would be like, I really need to remember this, and then my brain is like,
that's what I do every time, and every time as well, I realize that I forgot to tell him the last time, and so it's compound guilt at the same time. Oh man, Moham is going to be Magnet Storming yet again, though, as we can see. That is a bouncy house, though. My goodness, Cleav is the one that grabs the kill in the end. Courage, he was courageous, however, he is still very dead. This is kind of what happens to the courageous in a lot of times, you know. Sometimes it's not good to be brave. Sometimes you have to be smart as well.
Yeah, Gen.G is just fighting a lot against composition that they do not outfight. It just, again, makes me very confused about the Vi, and I am not a fan. I'm not really on board with it. As we're going to take another look here, they are aware that there are some members, and the problem here is that even in the best case scenario, like you're engaging onto Moham, who is completely fine, and I really want to highlight again, Talia's damage right now is really, really low. Like she really was changed very substantially. Your early game
Look
DPS.
at Zest. Did you see how many buttons he pressed? I mean, he's probably dead, but it looked really cool when he just barbecued the Crocodile. Okay, Crocodile, the Equalizer comes on in. In goes the Vi as well. Here comes Vi, as some would say. Oh no, you need to stand in front of Zest. Oh God, he's just dead. Still, the Talia is going to use all of that 0 damage. Apparently, if you land a lot of instances of 0 damage, it does do more than 0.
Yes.
And I thought if you added a whole bunch of zeros together, that it wouldn't actually do that.
Eventually, you'll kill people.
Whoa! Speaking of killing people, Moham is down to not very much health. Grand Entrance comes in. Lospa with the last hit. I love to see it. And Gen.G get themselves back a whole bunch of control.
So, somehow, they win the fight. They're going to get the objective. I'm very confused as to what happened. I also, just in my head, had kind of thought that after they won that previous skirmish that they actually took Herald, but I guess they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't.
So, what happened?
That was my headcanon as well.
Right? You just assume it's taken, but this is Challengers. We shouldn't assume. Don't assume anything ever. You don't know who wins. You don't know which draft is better, because what happens here is Zest goes in, you know, Ilama is singing payphone. He's having the time of his life. while Zest is like pressing his buttons while he dies in the picture-in-picture. And then they try to roam. Ophelia really wants to ult in here, but he doesn't actually get to because Cleaver keeps his ultimate unavailable. But then Cleaver also doesn't have his ult, so he just dies.
He kind of got boomed.
He just kind of gets boomed because he doesn't actually win the 1v1, because if Talia gets enough spells in, eventually you'll go down. Then mid, I guess Zest died, which...
It's just a dead Yordle and a robot here? Like, what happened?
There we go. We're gonna have a look. Does he
just...
just walk up to no? Oh, yeah, he just... Okay,
Yeah.
well, Zest, I think we might be seeing some casting in our distant future.
Well, not too distant. The next game is relatively close. It is very interesting watching these young players try to get their head around how to play Rumble effectively. Because
They clearly haven't.
there was a time where every top laner needed to have a good Rumble, otherwise they were a bad top laner. It's like if we ever found ourselves in a no Lee Sin meta, which we never will here in Korea, but if we did...
It's the same, like, imagine if... I think Aatrox was another example that came back, like, 2022, and, like, Kingen was like, I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, sort of. It was similar to the, like, you can utilize your old experience.
Yeah.
But
Or
a little
God-
bit less so because Aatrox was, like, I mean, that's a within a couple of years type situation, whereas Rumble released extraordinarily early,
Hey,
and so many of these top laners
He got
grew up
mini
with it.
reworked.
No, he
like
got
a patch
giga
ago.
reworked.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't at all.
Yeah.
Wait, we have casters? No, we're robots. Get with the program.
No, well, Chronicler's AI, and I am the Terminator.
As we keep seeing why Kwangdong picked this comp. And in skirmishes, this is going to work very well as long as
We've
Gen.G
seen
keeps
this comp
walking
so
up.
many times. It's just, it's so easy, you know?
Just gets it done.
Uh-huh.
Eventually, should stop working because you're playing into a kiteback comp. I don't know if Gen.G know that they're a kiteback comp.
No. And also, like, eventually either it stops working or you win, right?
You just win before that.
Right.
Right
And-
now, I'm leaning towards winning, but it is Kwangdong, so...
Well, yeah, winner is also on the wrong side of the winning at this
Very
point in time
true.
as well, which is unfortunate. Cafe is going to press some buttons, but he's not able to find the horse clothes lady.
You see a Yordle and a robot. I see 7 OSHA violations sprinting towards me with harpoons.
Oh my god.
Twitch chat is peaking early today, guys. We might have 8 games ahead of us if Kwangdong take this one.
I mean, yeah, if Kwangdong win game 1, oh baby.
Oh, baby. I missed the Shyvana top days. Hey, 80 Shyvana got buffed on the next patch.
Shyvana top was season 2?
Yeah. Atmas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Loved it.
It's the same. I saw a meme recently where it's like, old Shyvana was like the queen of the jungle, you know? She just took everyone's, took her own jungle, took your jungle, just ran around.
W-Max
eating the
Shyvana was
Yes.
the life, man.
Okay, and now it's like, and then the meme
Now
was
it's like the cringe
Yep.
Emacs garbage.
it was, no, but even if you go W-Max, like, it was like the strong Doge versus weak Doge. And the weak Doge is Shyvana now, which I play a lot of AP Shyvana. You genuinely get boomed by the jungle. Like, the jungle,
Oh,
you,
yeah, and
you
it-
don't win.
And it's also just like so sad because you have to be a dragon, you have to just breathe, and that's
Yep.
the only thing that
Yep.
does anything. And,
Yep.
Otherwise, you could used to
Oh.
just kill him, like
Oh.
Losper just did to Moham with the help of his team, who actually do damage. Illiman now is just focusing on this ward because, yeah, he's running out of teammates that are in the vicinity. Grand Entrance not going to land onto the Crocodile as Bull lying in wait. Zest doesn't have his equalizer, but he does have Bravery. And he's going to use that to approach this brush that he couldn't see into. Gen.G will be able to secure themselves the first Cloud Drake of the game, and it's a Cloud Soul to start us off. That's why today is so blessed.
Bull, they know you're there. They don't know about the Crocodile, though.
Yeah, the Crocodile is going to be able to dive on forward. There is,
no.
That's a killer instinct that you could have
Oh,
used.
no.
Oh, Bull. His reputation precedes him, and it is going to be very well
That's a
reinstated.
1-for-1 for Kwangdong, I guess. You know, Ilma got the kill.
Bull just used all of his summoner spells and his ultimate to achieve nothing.
Yeah. Now, Zest might be looking like he is dead. That's because he is.
Yeah, there's
is dead.
a reason for that. I was going to play-by-play, but I mean, it's getting kind of old, this Rumble dying situation. You know?
Yeah. But the cross map is actually really good, and I still firmly hold the belief, not just because of comp, but just because of what we've seen from these two teams. If this goes late, Gen.G fans should be feeling completely fine. They should be feeling safe, they should be feeling happy, and they should be enjoying their lives as low stress as you can in a challenge match.
We're going to see a little bit of a fight here. Winner almost took damage, but Courage and Moham not offering too much back. Teleport to come forward here by the Taliyah.
Costas, what is your favorite combo in arena mode?
My favorite was Fiddlestick's Nocturne, and the fact that Chronicler said that it was so good and proceeded to get destroyed over and over again on it.
It was fine.
I
just played. We got second, and then the other one we.
I just really liked the fact that you were like, yeah, no, we just do this, and it's impossible to lose. And then every time I glanced over at my screen, it was you dying.
Yeah. So yeah, so the first time we tried it, we had a bad matchup, as they do actually get a lot of damage down. Unfortunately, Lost Spell walks a little bit too closer, and actually gets the kill. And the trade could have been worse as Rift Tower gets started up. I will get back to it because I had one today that was so funny, and I really want to share it with everyone. But
really?
We can't yet. Yeah, we have to wait for the Herald fight.
I want to I want to learn how to play Zac really well, so that the Neela Zac.
Oh no, I played it again today.
So
it
broken.
is unbelievably done.
There is a flick, and that is a dead Annie.
That's why you picked Vi.
Yeah, Tibbers was still up, guys. That's really well played. I guess this is the reason. You could have picked a whole bunch of other champions that work better, and maybe this is why Ophelia picked Taliyah, because he's just really good at Taliyah.
Sure.
I mean, Shuremans tend to track down Shuremans quite well, and that's why the Renekton was easy food for Ophelia.
Zest is 0-3, but if he hits like an equalizer at any point, then it's a freebie.
I didn't mention the Rumble for a reason. We can leave that one out. But this Rift Herald going to get a whole lot of work done. And Gen.G in a turret, I mean, that's a lot of gold, and that should be able to equalize. They'll also grab themselves a kill. Oh my goodness! Okay, well, we were thinking that maybe it had the potential of being a 9-game day. This is heading closer and closer towards at least 8.
Yeah. No, so you go Moonstone Zac, and then you go just Eclipse, Crit, Neela. It is very, very silly. As we take another look, straight up 100-0. This is why we pick Vi, I guess. Then there was also the equalizer, which actually in this case did work out very nicely. You know, just denied the opportunity. And then Ophelia chases with the Taliyah.
Honestly, like,
Zones of Illidan. Just
that Weaver's Wall was fantastically used, though, as well, just because he got the extra space by having it next to the wall, being able to jump the extra distance. Actually, pretty good presence of mind there. I'm not a Taliyah player, so maybe I'm getting impressed for, you know, quite easy things, but I was still impressed by that moment.
No, I like it as well. I played a ton of Taliyah. No, what happened this morning was I was singed, and my my partner was Urgot, and then he got chauffeur, so he was sitting on top of me like a Yumi.
Whoa, you were singed with shotgun knees?
Yes. Well, no. What's even funnier is we would walk up to someone, and then I would flip them, and then he would flip them, and then we would run away, and he would run away with me because I'm singed. And then they would just be like, and then we puddle them, and then I walk back when our cooldowns are up, and then I flip, he flips, and then you run away again.
And then I guess you die.
No, we won. No, we won.
Wow.
Yeah. No, it was really silly.
Sounds very funny.
It was very, yeah, the problem is obviously with that combo is that you actually need chauffeur for that to really work, but shotgun knees is just what? Oh, winner.
Okay, that is going to be Quantum Freaks doing what their composition does best, but now Gen.G are going to opt in as well. Oh, that grand entrance. Lospa! You beautiful Rakan gamer.
What?
As
Ophelia?
in goes Ophelia once again, and it works. I don't know, he doesn't find the seismic shove, but that's fine. Quantum Freaks kind of falling apart, and yes, their composition did what it was supposed to do. They killed that one target, and they killed him real good.
Yeah,
but then they had two that died.
Costas, I need a reply for a message on a dating app. Can we help? Yes. Atlas and I give
100%.
great advice. Absolutely welcome. You see, again, the difference in teamfight execution, right? Like, Guangnong just killing one target isn't really enough. Even if it's someone as good as Winner, you need to actually be able to threaten the relevant members here, and they are able to get it to get the kill, but you use all these ultimates on just Vi. And then Zest is just standing there like, I exist. Carfe has Featherstorm, right? Ophelia does a ton of damage. goes in there, which very confident move, by the way.
Confident. I like that that word choice.
Yes. Was it good? I didn't want to say that, but
yeah,
it was confident.
It's like how I've started using bravery instead of inting.
He's showing off his bravery as he like dives into 4 people and dies.
Yeah. There's been a lot of bravery exerted by Quandong Freaks today.
No wonder they are 1-13. Yeah, this team unfortunately is not amazing. But remember,
Denunciator, no. That's almost a 15-minute.
I mean, you can time out if you want. No, you shouldn't. He's nice.
Oh no, we've got everyone going for the same bad joke. I'm the only one that's allowed to make really terrible jokes, okay, guys? All right, here we go. Here's the dating advice. Okay, openers.
I'll take a look. Well, Atlas reads the message.
I need to
I'm
do a
going to check
proofread.
what is happening on the screen. Moam moving in. Courage clears the ward. They don't have vision right now. Baron going to about 9k HP and nothing will happen. Might have an engage here. Cleaver, no! Gets found by the flash Q, immediately dies. Winner, not even gonna go down in the end. Get the kills here for Carthay.
Quandong Freaks, they were brave, they were courageous, but in the end, they were not capable of victory in the team fight. Quandong Freaks' Liberty team, 100%. 100%.
Oh, Courage! Man with a dream!
Once again, absolutely living up to his name. Living up to his brave, courageous, gorgeous.
But that was good. He had to try.
And I'm actually, I don't even know whether I'm allowed, like, I don't understand this at all. I was expecting, like actual, but I think we can actually go in here. We're not gonna have,
we have
it's the replay.
Maybe a slap?
Yeah, Gary, I don't know about.
So, unfortunately, here, Winner finds the flash Q, Cleaver out of position, immediately gets blown up, and then the rest of the fight is very easy from there on out. Doesn't get to actually press his Zhonya's button or his ultimate, and as a result, it's taken down. As, aw, cordless battery. That's so nice.
Aww.
Love to hear that. Are you making Markle by any chance?
Oh man.
If you are a celebrity, you have to tell us, chat. But I'm sure everyone in chat here is a celebrity.
They're all celebrities.
They're all celebrities. They're challenger viewers.
Okay, so we're going to see a bit of a siege on the inner turret. In the meantime...
Yeah, I'll keep track of what happens on the screen. Don't you worry.
So
you go back to the...
So you played the 2 truths and a lie thing to break the ice. We do have a teleport coming in. That is a dead Xayah. That's a priority target there as Illimar has a flank angle, but he also may not have a health bar. Although, does get the flash, gets himself out. And that is going to be the Viego grabbing a kill, followed up by Bull getting some work done here. The equalizer, great position, but a little bit mistimed, you could say, because the rest of Gen.G are kind of dying. Bull doesn't have the ultimate, but he does have another wall. And the Void Seeker is not going to find anything. So out of there is Ophelia. Still, Gen.G's push is going to be slowed down, halted, if you will. And now I get to go back and we can have a look at what the heck is going on.
Just press R. When you see Cleaver come up, just press the R button. Maybe you'll live. If they have Equalizer, this play goes horribly wrong because Zest can actually just toast everyone in this little corridor, but isn't the case. The fact that Ophelia gets out with his life is very fortunate for him. That probably shouldn't have happened. And now, it's only a 3k gold lead. The Baron power play, very insignificant. You get 1,500 just for killing Baron. We're sitting at 450, 470. Now, is this enough to turn it for Quandong? Given Kwang's track record, probably no. See if they can deny the soul point here. Is about to come up. And...
Okay.
So,
do we have
Atlas
any
gets
break
input.
in the action? Because I'm gonna need...
No, Dragon is coming up. You just hold and try the...
It's all right. I've managed to actually... I've just copied the message.
He's just copy-pasted and he's now putting it in the Google Doc chat.
Yeah.
Just so you know
now I can actually
how
read it.
committed we are to helping you guys out.
Because the auto-scroll on Twitch chat is so annoying. Sometimes I can stop it from happening, sometimes I can't. Maybe it's my boomer brain, I don't know. But we've got a team fight about to erupt. We've got an Annie on a flank. with flash available, but cease and desist comes in, and that is just a dead rel before any sort of magnet storming can happen. Illimer as well, he loves going in, but sometimes he goes in a little bit too early, and that is going to happen this time around as well. Gen.G, beautifully orchestrated on the team fight. They were just more decisive.
Every single fight starts with one person dying, and the rest is like, pile drive, let's go! Everyone get in here! Every fight is going the exact opposite of how I thought it would go. Is that just the challenger things? Yes. Yes, it is. Welcome to challengers. Now you're a true fan. Now you get it. Nothing in this this league makes sense, and that's what makes it amazing. It makes it enjoyable. Okay. All right. Is it? I think it's time. I think it's time, Atlas. I think the game is about to be over.
Yeah, I don't know whether I can actually offer any actual advice, so I'm just not going to. Anyway, Quantum Freaks taking a fair bit of damage here to begin this one as flash out from Moham. They do kill the Vi, and Illimer is going to have to dash away because health bar advantage is there for Gen.G, even if they do lose their jungler. Still, it should be able to put a dampener here on the push, given the man advantage and the localization of and the local nature of Quantum Freaks' proximity to their fountain. Perhaps that is, I mean, it's a bad sentence, but it still makes a bit more sense. Anyway, Baron is a minute away, and winner is respawning relatively soon. So the punishment not going to be too high here, as blue buff will be secured by Gen.G.
So you're saying challenger players are Dark Iron Dwarfs? Yes. But the pre-nerfed version, you know? Warsong Commander is still in here. Guiding everyone to the... Go in!
The promised land.
Get aggressive as we started the dive here, but Courage, really nice buffer there on his ultimate. Actually block the ult from Vi. It's one of the few people who just can't Vi because of this specifically. And then they are able to turn it around afterwards. As Atlas doesn't need Riz. Did you see him in that golf shirt on the desk?
Buckets and gloves, you were really, you were going ham like on that day as well.
It is a great
continuing
polo.
Even now.
Yeah, it is a great polo.
I am a big fan of that polo, actually.
It is good. Yeah.
That is shout outs to my fiance for finding that.
She did well. Good on her.
Yep, as Illimer is going to be taken down to about 50% after one seismic shove and a few rocks. As that's the flash forward from Cleaver, but he's just not doing any damage. Another seismic shove is actually just going to pop him, and 2 kills straight out of the gate. And Bull, not a lot he's going to be able to do here. The handbag that is Illimer right now is going to be executed as well. And there goes the Kaiser. This game is just done. And honestly, Chronicler, this is a perfect example of better team winning out. I don't think the draft mattered in any way, shape, or form. And I think Gen.G, they just played to who they are. They stayed true to themselves, and they came away with Quantum Freaks' Nexus.
Just like every teen movie tells you.
Exactly.
You just gotta be yourself. Be the authentic you, and Gen.G did that, which is why they're winning this game of League of Legends.
They are living their truth, Chronicler, and their truth is taking down Quantum Freaks in game number 1.
That's just who they are.
It's their identity, and you cannot tell them who they are. They have decided that this is it. Zest is a 0-3 rumble, but he will destroy your Nexus.
Gen.G never doubted them for a split second.
I feel like I got out a lot of stuff there, and that was a really great moment.
I think it was very cathartic. Yeah,
it was really beautiful.
It was necessary. I hope everyone in chat feels a little bit better after that. So you have to vote for Pog.
Oh yeah, I do too. Oh wow, I do too.
Great plans.
Oh, I think it's a pretty obvious Ophelia angle, isn't it?
Well, you can, I do like the Ophelia angle actually, but I went with a different one, which I also thought. Oh, you did both. Yeah, split Cs. I think Ophelia actually is a really good call. I just thought I was really impressed by Lospa's engagement.
Yeah, Lospa definitely did well as well.
Like both.
I just think that when you can like just pick Talia in this spot, and I thought it was not great.
And you make it work.
And then you make it work, and it makes it look really good. Actually, it's like
I respect it because I think that I generally like Talia because I really enjoy the champion, and I can see the angles. But I know we have some people that I think also justifiably, so we've seen a lot of Talias outside of PvP be very lackluster.
Yeah.
And Fidia played a great game. Also, shout out to Zest for mental fortitude, the 0-3 into toasting everyone and still doing the most damage in the game. Power spike.
There it is.
Love to see it.
That's how you do it, Quantum Freaks. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work, and it was a draft. We knew exactly what it was supposed to do, right? The cohesion was absolutely there. Gen.G, they managed to make this kite back kind of work. Talia was also one of the original anti-Annie picks, wasn't it? When Annie first erupted into the meta, so many players decided that Talia was going to be the way to go. And seems to have been the answer here as well.
And for Kwangdong, it really is a shame because you can see exactly the same issue as for Kwangdong, the main team. Like the early laning phase, you know? It's like, okay, we get some leads, we kill some people, we win some skirmishes, and then as soon as like 15 plus minutes hit, damn. There's no idea. Don't know how to set up, don't know how to set up for objectives, no cohesion. It just doesn't work out. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, it's just a bit
That's
sad.
a very,
Yeah. Winner is going to get it. So both of us were wrong. I don't understand. What? Huh. He would be 4th or 5th on my list of options.
I take Zest over Winner.
Yeah.
Right?
Huh.
Hey, okay, so he had the cool flash Q. That was the one where he caught Annie.
Yeah.
That was big. That was a good play.
But he's playing Vi.
Well, yeah, I also didn't vote for it.
Yeah.
Maybe the problem was that we split our votes. Maybe we should have gone double Ophelia, double Lospa.
Yeah, maybe it's our fault.
We need to take a lesson from our Lord and Saviors.
Anyone who voted for Winner was just dumb. So I think we're less on the totem pole as far as blame is concerned. Because if it was Lospa, would have been psyched. If it was Ophelia, would have been psyched.
Sure. Even Zest, I'd be like, I can see it. You know, his early game was really rough, but he had some good.
Yeah, did some damage, mental fortitude,
on.
that sort of stuff. There's a few things to say here.
Yeah, 4 feels accurate. Like, because I don't think Carfate did anything in the game.
No, he didn't, but he was inoffensive. It was fine.
There.
We are going to go to a short break. We're going to try and deduce why that vote did come through, and we'll be back for game number 2 right afterwards. G'dowdy everyone and welcome back to LCK Challenger 2023 Summer. Live Jiv just got completely destroyed by Nightbot for getting upset about the fact that we didn't answer his question. Basically, the girl that he was dating, either their mom went to the Queen's 90th birthday, or her granddad got like a letter from the Queen, and so like she's got her granddad's 100 something.
I guess
I don't really understand, like, so as far as like dating advice, I don't really understand what we have to work with here.
So it's what, 2 truths and a lie. So you need to figure out what the lie is.
Yeah.
So granddad is the obvious one. Like that's the, but like I don't get how.
No. So no. Her mom met Princess Diana as well.
But
is
like
the other one that could be the lie.
Okay, but what?
Probably was the lie.
I don't see the need for a specific response to that.
Yeah.
That's what got me. That's what got me a little confused.
Yeah,
but
that's okay.
okay.
Like, I mean,
you
it
can
sounds like
explain yourself.
I mean, and honestly, like that whole 2 truths and a lie thing is just a conversation starter. So you just
talk.
You just say, "Oh, that's interesting.
And if you know,
please tell me the story."
Yeah, and if just talk is still problematic, which we've all been there at one point in time, then we can't help you.
Yeah, and like the thing is that if you're asking this question, then the problem is probably you. That's all I'm going to say.
That's
that's all I'm that's all I'm saying.
That's pretty harsh, man.
Well, no, but I think that sometimes
it's inspirational.
Sometimes you need to have that sort of feedback, and then you can better yourself. Yeah, sleeping on it I think is a great idea. Okay, let's dive in to game number 2. Kwangdong Freaks taking on Gen.G. And look, I apologize for hard truths, but we had to say some hard truths about Kwangdong Freaks in that last game as well. They had a decent composition, they couldn't make it work, and now they're going to try their best to do it again.
Yeah, I'm with Dane on this one. If the match responds you won, or if you're incorrect, that's that person's the problem.
Well, like
if that's a pretty. Like,
well, if they do it and then if they're then grinning afterwards, then you're like, oh, wait, really? And so that means that your mum met Princess Diana? Tell me about that story. That sounds really interesting. Come on, it's not difficult to continue a conversation.
We don't all have maxed out charisma, okay? Some of us have to put points in other stats.
Well, I'm just saying that, like, that's probably the line. That's probably the line that you'd take. Anyway, Maokai is going to be the first lock-in here by Gen.G.
We got double overlaid. How do I respond if my girlfriend asks if I would? Yes, just say yes. Just say yes.
Would I still love her if she has a worm? Like a pet worm?
No, if she was a worm.
Oh,
that's
then you
classic.
say yes. Yeah. You'd be the cutest worm in the world. Oh my
there you
God.
go.
It's
easy.
Actually that's an easy one. Don't you worry. Jace is going to be locked in. My goodness. I hope this is Ilima just saying, like, pick Rumble again. I dare. Wait, no, Rumble's banned. Okay, well, the Jace is going to be picked away. The Maokai-Jace combination that we've seen losing over and over again in the LCK will be denied this time.
League of Legends cast, I think late night league viewers have written. Of course they can. You can. It's 2023. You can watch League of Legends and be charismatic. There's
absolutely you
It's
can.
not impossible at all. As we get tree versus tree.
The tree bat. Wow. Kwangdong Freaks. So they were like, our just brainless, we're going to go in comp didn't work. Let's try finesse.
Let's try a difficult to execute poke. If they don't ban Rakan and Rel and Nautilus and Leona, I will not be happy. I will be very sad.
Laura's just dropping the truth bombs as a girl. I also think your girlfriend's weird. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, yeah, well, I'm a bit worried. Bit worried about the longevity of this series, Chronicler.
Yeah, I think we might join Wolf and Brendan on the 8-game streak.
I think, well, this may actually infect the rest of the games. There might only be 6.
Imagine if it's after a day like today and it's just 6. but this is Challenger, so wouldn't it be the most Challenger thing of all if somehow Kwang was like, oh, this comp we execute flawlessly, which is sitting here like, what is happening?
Oh, if that happens, I'm gonna be so
because actually
bothered.
this happens, you know, if you're like a kid, like really smart kids in early age can get understimulated and then become like really obstinate and be like really big nuisances in the classroom, but it's because they're not being challenged enough. Maybe that's what's happening with Kwangdong. Their comp was too easy.
You know, they actually thought that about me. But as it turned out, I was just a jerk of a kid. And so they tried to challenge me more, and I just, that didn't work very well.
Really?
Yeah. Do you know, I actually, so my grade 2 teacher told my parents that I needed to get my ears checked because I wasn't listening to her.
Yeah.
And I went and got a hearing test, and my hearing was above average by a very large margin. And I had to go back, like my parents had to go back and tell the teacher that no, Max just didn't want to listen to you.
I had when I was in low elementary school, they made me skip a grade, which didn't end up working out very well for me. Because then in high school, eventually I just discovered World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah,
and
that
then
was a
I had
problem for me
to
too.
redo a grade, and I got back with like literally my old classmates from elementary school. A few of them were at the same high school. I was like, hey guys, I'm back.
Yeah.
Hello. I can really go anywhere.
Sometimes World of Warcraft.
So Gen.G have just the same comp. You know, there's no Rumble, but there's a bit more frontline.
This is called better version, because now the Rumble isn't going to be feeding money to Kwangdong Freaks this time around.
And then Kwangdong have a comp that requires them to play...
You don't know. No. Kwangdong have a comp.
They do, yes.
That's
all you can say.
that's about it.
I agree. I'm on board.
They have an assortment of champions that could theoretically fit into the roles that they have and the positions that have been locked in for them.
Exposing me, Dana.
And that's how it is.
And so, what if Kwangdong just like completely slam this comp and like it just works? They're poking, they're setting up with Ivern, they're going for these clutch engages. What would it mean?
Welcome back, Zayn. It's really great to have you back.
You don't believe?
Yeah, well, I just don't want to think about it. We have to allocate brain resources, and I'm coming off like this is 7th day in a row.
Yeah, you've
been... And we had to film. Can we tell the story about
we should.
We will definitely tell the story. We're going to tell the story in the early game. Because Pog State was a lot of fun. It was definitely a time. Ooh, maybe I could open some. Oh, I got some plans for in this next game. Got some plans.
No, Max, don't tell me you still. You have more?
Oh yeah, I've still got 200 points. Heck yeah!
Oh, no.
Heck yeah! Affiliate does have amazing hair in this photo, but he got his hair cut in live, so his power level is much lower. But he's playing his Talia, and he's looking absolutely fantastic on this champion, demonstrating the mastery that we need. Aside from WoW raids, that's where your free time is going. Yeah, fair enough. But, I mean, that's not free time. That is just your other job. I believe we have a slight delay hang on. Oh, okay. As production is having a little bit of a brain melt on the support Maokai situation. This is something that we have
really
seen
cool.
a couple of times in the LCK. I believe Kyle was the only person outside of Beryl that played it, and he played it into Beryl last night as well, which was a whole lot of fun.
What does Nightbot have against LiveGiv? You know, he's trying his best. He's having a tough time. He's needing advice, and Nightbot.
I just want to know what happened after the situation that he explained to us. You know, like
hopefully it all ended well, and then they met up in person, and it was delightful.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping is the way, because it sounds kind of compelling. You know, the whole story. Oh,
aww.
Wow.
Fur ban of the day.
Do you know what isn't cringe? A giant hammer. Let's rock out.
You know what chatters like that remind me of? Is people that just like
Lonely
imagine
people.
No, imagine just coming into a party and everyone is having a good time. You know, they're just having fun.
Yeah.
It's just like,
And then
they're
they say,
dancing.
this party's so lame.
You guys are all so lame. Like, why are you having fun?
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. I
know.
don't get it. Why would you?
No,
why
that's
would
just
you
sad
waste
people.
your energy?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not a waste. They're sad, and they want other people around them to be sad so that they can be sad as well, and they don't feel bad for being sad.
That happens a lot. A lot of
does
angry
happen a lot.
DMs.
Yeah.
I've had like 2 or 3 people like angrily DM me, and then you like are like, hey, like, you know, this isn't really cool.
Are you
and
having
then they're
a rough
like,
time?
yeah, you're having a rough time, and they're like, yeah, actually, I really am, and like, this is a really bad way, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, and you guys are great, and it's just like,
Yeah.
what?
Sometimes people just crave a bit of human interaction, and unfortunately, if you say stuff like that, then you get ban-hammered, and then the further interaction that you can have in our beautiful, inclusive chat is limited to 0 ever.
Yeah.
And it's just a little bit of a sad time, isn't it? So that is just a little bit of a message from us to you saying, don't be a jerk, and then if you're feeling a bit sad and lonely, come talk to us about it.
Challengers
and
is
then
the place for
we,
that.
we can include you, and everything can be
See,
absolutely
Dino dancing?
great.
Look at that. 2-0, yes. You never know in challengers, but as far as results on the day go where I feel confident predicting, this is the one.
Yeah, this is the only one.
The
that we feel
only one.
confident.
Yeah. And that's more so just Kwangdong. Like,
And Lova, you can get some attention anyway because we love you too. It's just how it goes. And Valdez is here, so I don't even need to worry about the hammer situation anymore because he can just...
Dino dance to make sad go away. Moham, no!
Moham is, having a little bit of a time.
Oh.
So, walking away with 100 health, using the only skin that Beryl uses,
It's very...
that's a mood. That's a vibe right there. That's a
Just
big
barely
vibe right
things.
there. Yeah, that's what I'm into. Don't feel Valdez. I don't
Because he was
understand
saying that he enjoyed spending time with us.
Oh,
But then he also wanted Valdez to still feel included, which is nice. Sophia might be in trouble here. The Ivan gank.
oh, let's see what he can do here. The root caller will connect. All right. Not a lot of damage being offered back outside of the turret that's doing a fair bit of work there, but Philia holds on to his flash, and so it's going to be all right. Zest struggling here in this matchup, which we have seen quite a few times. Of course, Ilima, if he gets his teeth into you, he is going to generally do some pretty good things as Courage places down a brush for Winner to utilize. And Root Caller going to fly on forward. Let's see what's going to happen as Zest is just trying his best to thin out this wave as best as possible to limit any dive attempts, but with Vi there, it was going to be difficult anyway. And so, all things considered, relatively even. Can we tell a bit of a story about a Pog State filming and some good times that we know? Never mind, Winner is going to go aggressive. And here on the bottom side, Blade Caller going to come through. Carfate, whoa! Okay, that was almost Void Sought to death.
Man, we are barely thinging hard today.
Barely thinging.
Yeah, just barely things.
Yeah,
You know, it's like just,
yeah.
remember just girly things?
No,
You don't?
no.
Is it anyone else in chat? Was it just a European thing, just girly things? Where you do like the Insta post where you just talk about
Oh,
cute
see,
stuff?
you said Insta post, and so that's where I'm...
Well, it wasn't,
I'm lost.
originally it wasn't Insta, it was just like any meme platform, Twitter
It's
as
a
well.
Tumblr thing. Yeah, I don't understand those.
There you go. That actually makes sense.
Do you know
given
what's
my
really
particular
interesting?
history.
Um,
So the story.
I just need an aside real
okay.
quick.
Yeah, yeah.
My
Otherwise you forget.
My fiance's watching Heartbreak High right now.
What?
Heartbreak High is like, it's a series that's been going for about 1 million years in Australia and New Zealand, I think.
So what is it about?
It's just like teen drama.
Oh, so
But
it's
now
like
it's-
Gossip Girl but Australian.
Yeah, and now it's like super out there. Like, it's like, I don't know, high school is like doing drugs and stuff like that and like having
That
to come
happens
to
a lot.
terms with it and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, there is a Euphoria does that as well, and
It's
I
Gossip
think
Girl OCE,
Riverdale.
100%. That's exactly what it is. And it's been so interesting because like I'm like sitting in my room minding my own business and I hear these like very pronounced Australian accents erupting from the lounge room.
That someone
Oh,
mentioned.
Step Up to the Streets?
You know, it took
Oh
me.
my god, I love that movie.
I was like 26 when I realized the pun to step up to the streets. It took me a really long time.
That's okay. We're not going to judge you too harshly for it, especially
you
because
can.
you at least watched it.
I did, of course. Kidding me? Channing Tatum?
Oh, God, I loved it. I loved it so
So,
much.
the
Was Step Up
story-
2 The Streets, was that the one that didn't have as much Channing Tatum in it? Or was that the third
No, I think
one?
the third one. I think in 1 he was like the most prominent. In 2 he was still there, and then in 3 I think he.
Yeah.
He
No, Step Up
left.
2 The Streets, he wasn't really there that much.
I mean that makes sense. I don't remember
Yeah.
I've seen 1 and 2. I haven't seen
Yeah.
any of the other ones.
Yeah.
So-
I liked 1 as well. Anyway, yeah. So,
Story.
So yeah, we filmed the Pog State last night, and we spent about the first hour and a half or something like that trying to figure out how these legendaries work. And we unlocked a whole bunch of them, all 4 of us, trying to experience. And actually, like, I was a little bit nonplussed about the whole thing because we love physical trading cards, and we think that physical trading cards in the LCK would be super duper dope. But these, like, the legendaries pod cards, with the fact that, like, you can't sell them, you know, for money and all this sort of stuff, and it's a little bit less like the vibe. They had a very NFT vibe when they first got announced, and we were all very, very worried. And they're a little bit less like that than we thought. But we all managed to... Okay, yeah, Moham is taking a little bit of damage. Burning down. But he is going to be A-okay.
He gets rooted there, he dies. Almost nicely done by Cafe. As you were saying.
Yeah, and so, like, it is actually kind of cool. The problem is that you can get every player that has played in the LCK, and there are certain players that we don't necessarily want to talk about.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, let's just hope it doesn't happen. And it happened 3 times? Twice. So we're hoping that we can edit some wide bars in there.
I didn't like it initially because it was NFTs, and now I still don't love it because it's not NFTs, it's gacha, which I'm also not.
Oh, I'm so
which
into it.
obviously, like, Atlas
so
actually
into
really
it.
enjoys. Personally, you know, it's not really for me. But that moment was very funny.
But it's like Xenoblade 2 gacha. Like,
Well,
it's gacha
no,
that
'cause-
doesn't break your wallet.
Well, you say that, but you know, you still have to invest a lot to get like to the higher tier stuff.
Not really. You just, like, scan the
Oh,
QR code
Carpe?
every day. As Carpe's getting engaged on here by Bull, and that is Bull getting the solo kill.
The bull?
All right, the Bull angle coming through. That's solo kill and first blood. That is a lot of extra money here for this Kaiser in the bot lane.
Bull solo killing anyone is not. I didn't
That was
expect
not
that.
on my bingo card. Not even a little bit.
Oh, Ophelia in deep trouble.
Yeah, he does manage to get a very nice little seismic shove, but that's not going to do it. Cleaver is going to come on through for the kill, and now the rest of Gen.G trying to get out of there. Let's see what they're going to be able to do. The answer is not a whole lot, as Winner is just obliterated, and now it is 3-0. Quandong Creek's going to also get themselves this Rift Herald, and the amount of cringe that I'm detecting in our future is getting lower and lower.
Dropping. Hello, base department. They're calling. I can't pick up right now because, you know, we're casting for you guys, but I'm feeling good. As Carfe doesn't have 6, so he just dies. Really nicely done by Bull. Good flash there to redirect as well. I think if you have a slightly different angle on the flash, closer towards the turret, then Bull wouldn't be able to flash and still get an auto in. So could have been better there from Carpe. And then here, the Mo Hamster just finds Ophelia and forces the early W. And once that's down, as Talia, you just die because people just can get on top of you and take you down. Bull is not, well, I don't know about that, Valdez, but I appreciate the input. Although,
I mean, right now, Valdez, unfortunately, you might be right.
yeah, you know, but I think that if we send Bull down, we would also
well,
have trouble.
Here it is.
Ilma.
It's the delivery to Peanut
no.
strategy as Blast Cone does come through. He does flash away, and then everyone's flashing after him. That is a dead Crocodile in the top lane. Nicely played there by Zest.
Is this the same Zest from StarCraft 2? No, it's the same Zest from Overwatch and Valorant and...
No, it's not the same Zest
Wait,
from
there was another
anywhere.
one, right?
There's a million of them, yeah. There's a Zest in every esport. This is the League of Legends version.
It's just a new edition every
If he
time.
could play Protoss in League of Legends, he would though, because that Zest is the one that trumps all.
So we do have a Dragon Raider getting started up here. And I think you just give this Gen.G. I think you just accept that that is not...
Do you?
Well, maybe not. Maybe Blast goes in, but I think he took it over the wall and it's just gonna... Just gonna go with it. I think the chances, even with this early lead of Kwangdong actually pulling off a poke-comp come mid-game are not very high. This is feeling eerily reminiscent of the previous game, but
Yeah.
maybe they can prove us wrong. Maybe they heard us and they're like, no, this is where we make our stand.
I think like this could be the Bulldemption. The Bullaissance.
I was really happy with Door Renaissance.
Door Renaissance was pretty
Didn't happen though.
I mean, it's...
The Door Renaissance went straight to the Door and Dark Age.
And I think that's my old... Isn't it Renaissance? Isn't that how you're supposed to pronounce? So Door Renaissance would actually sound even cooler. No?
What? Instead of...
Renaissance? Renaissance? Pronunciation-wise, a little bit different.
Yeah, I guess.
Because I feel like being able to say it quickly.
Renaissance is... Yeah. I mean, it doesn't...
The Renaissance.
I mean, that does make it sound better. Moam is going in.
He is, and he's flaring of the solar variety. He's going to just twist it advance though, and there is the Nature's Grasp. It's holding on to Courage right now as Bull. Maybe the Renaissance is going to take a bit of a timeout, but he does get himself over the wall.
For now.
Yeah, for now is exactly it. The cease and desist on being able to do good plays is going to come through there as Winner says no, and Bull says, all right, I guess I'll go to the Death Chamber.
Right there, that's the Bull we know and love. I thought he was going to get out. There was a really cool like little redirection on the ultimate.
Yeah,
you know,
and then you have a look at the
angle.
mini-map and you're like, oh,
no,
that's a
no,
lot
he's
of
still
bad guy
no.
situation.
Still not happening. Also, that was a support that was getting engaged on, and he just took it. His face tanked all of that and didn't care.
Losper's like, I've got a cool belt. It's making sure that my
belt.
back is well supported.
Yeah,
and he just lifted
he's been
them.
doing a lot of weightlifting. Look at this. Look at the amount. And this this is also, it starts with Leona and Ivern.
Look at the power of Aftershock, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like, although it is like Moham and Cleaver that are trying to do damage.
It is also the least strong duo, but then with the ultimate, you just don't...
Moham and Courage, yeah. Cleaver wasn't there.
Don't get to actually go in. Now then they might have been fine, but he just hit a shot that I think was even still within range.
We're going all out.
Again.
Ilima is actually going to not be brought underneath the turret, but he is still probably... Oh, never mind!
Courage!
He's turning it! And Illima's got so much fury, it's just not quite enough. Doesn't have the cooldowns just yet as Ophelia is going to turn up as well. That is going to be a big shot onto the Crocodile, and Courage realizes that he just has to go. It's a triple for Ophelia. Oh, man.
This guy's
4-1-0. Yeah.
He's playing crazy.
No, Crazy is
Crazy skin
no longer
issue.
playing anymore.
I know.
A little bit of a shame, although he wasn't great.
Eventually, we're gonna reach saturation of words, and you can make
Everything's gonna be a name.
You can make that joke with. There were so many names yesterday that I was like, why? Who? Because on the boxes of the things we opened yesterday were every LCK player's name.
Yeah.
Everyone that has ever played in the LCK, and there were names on there that were just so obscure.
I know, like Loco Doco. What a weird name.
Yeah. As we do see in the back here, Cleaver gets taken down, and then Courage with the flash, heroic, iconic, one might even say, because he is able.
Might say it
because
like that,
he is iconic, because he is able to keep his Renekton alive, but then he doesn't have flash, and then Talia comes over, and they die.
Yeah, and as it turns out, his Renekton died. Anyway, Cleaver is now dead as well. Seismic Shove is going to come down. And that's a dead Jace. I don't know why he didn't move. Was that like a mini stun to the wall there?
Like
a mini knock-up situation?
Maybe?
Just head
But I
boop.
feel like you can knock him over the little corner. That was very interesting.
I mean, he just died, right? Is basically how it goes. As Bramble Smash comes down, Killer Instinct is going to come in as an ill-advised engage attempt there from Losper. As now Ilima is underneath the enemy turret, getting slowed down and having a rough time. Daisy getting aggressive, getting destroyed. And Gen.G going to take the Rift Herald. If you can make sense of this, you are a more intelligent man than I.
And I got nothing. Well, I can.
Well, is it actually...
You can just make sense of it by saying the one phrase that covers everything. That's just challengers.
Ah.
Just explains it all.
I thought you were going to go with a different phrase.
Like what?
Like, I can't believe it's not butter.
Why would I be talking about butter?
I don't know, it's a phrase though.
Yes. Why? Why? What happens in your brain? That is the first phrase that you think of when I say the word phrase.
Good advertising, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really compelling marketing campaign. I'm not going to lie, the fact that it's stuck around and it's taken up such real estate in your mind, it says a lot about you as well.
Yeah.
It makes so much more sense. I think I understand you better now.
There we go. Surely he's going to get a bit of a charge into this mid lane, but not too much more is going to come of it. Kwangdong Freaks defending desperately.
Rospa doesn't have ult.
The gold is completely even. This could be the big moment where Ophelia says no to any sort of engagement by placing a wall down, and then Kwangdong Freaks are going to be denied this dragon. The Talia situation, I feel, is just fantastic but challenging.
Like this time, there will not be as Ilma. They don't know about the crocodile, but now they do.
All right, and he's just going to get flashed on there by Lost, but Cease and Desist comes down. They use a lot of buttons, and he also is flashing away. He's just going to be fine. It's okay, I guess. Why didn't the rest of the team come in and kill them all?
No. They threw like multiple buttons into this crocodile.
Yeah.
This is, and I mean, this actually, unironically, really showcases the problem with Kwangdong. What is happening?
Yeah, I know. Like, Bull gets a solo kill and then decides not to kill 4 people. Like, he's so far ahead. Oh, man.
Like, it's just so tough, and as we also, Ox did not pay attention, and we have Camtech.
Yeah.
So, there is a turning angle here, right? Like, they throw double ultimates and a W into this Renekton, and he gets, like, a huge empowered Q of, like, I think you need to try and flip it there. If Cleaver goes in, you know, Bull goes into the backline, Courage can heal them up.
Yeah, it's an odd situation there. Kwangdong Freaks just wanting to give Gen.G a chance in this game. As tower falls down on the bottom side, that is going to be the second one for Kwangdong Freaks. Contributing to their gold advantage, of course. And Moham, his positioning has been fantastic. I think he's been definitely a positive on the side of Kwangdong Freaks. Him and Ilma kinda, but I say his positioning's great, and then he is going to get caught out. Although the Solar Flare, fantastic. Shock Blast comes in. Courage going to be able to lock down that kill. Out-treed, as it turns out. And that is going to be Moham, actually leading them to their demise. And Ilma is taking an inner turret.
Moham still hasn't died. Yeah, good point, chat. I mean, even with the Featherstorm, I feel like specifically the repositioning from Kai'Sa, you can make some magic happen, but might not have wanted to go for it. They're actually building a large gold lead now.
Yeah.
As Winner and Ophelia are going to try and stay alive here.
This onslaught onto the turret.
There is no wave, though.
There are no minions at all.
Wow. So, Kwangdong, I don't understand you. I want to. But I don't.
Maybe the problem is that you're trying. Maybe you need to stop. Maybe you just need to accept them for who they are.
I wanna understand. I'm trying to level with them.
Well, no, that's the thing. You can't level with them if it's understanding that you're trying to find. Because understanding is not the outcome on the Freaks. That's not what it's about.
So you're saying
their Cleaver is dead, and this is the Kwangdong Freaks, right? This is it.
But I still don't... But that's the point. That I don't get it.
Yeah.
That is what we're trying to get at.
And it's me, like, the problem is that it's you trying to get it. Just accept chaos. Accept lack of understanding. And then you will understand.
I know, I've seen so much challengers as yeah, and
if you've seen this much challenger, why are you still trying to understand it?
Because even in challengers, very often, even though the decisions are somewhat mind-boggling, I can see where they're coming from.
Oh, then that's your problem. Stop doing that. Stop trying to see. You can't. We're all in the dark.
But that's my job.
No. Not for Kwangdong Freaks.
Not for Kwangdong Freaks?
No. It is all about, like, basically, Kwangdong Freaks are a team that exist within Paranoid. It's like Nocturne has altered forever. We're all in the dark. None of us know what they're trying to do, what they're attempting. We just know they're probably going to push their buttons on the opponents if they can. If they're all together, things generally work out a little bit better, but it's not required. It's not necessary. It's not what we should expect from this team. They're going to find things that the enemy owns, like these turrets. They're going to find the enemy team, and they're going to try to kill them.
They're getting so far ahead. Except Chaos Defy Logic. That's actually a really good challenger slogan.
Yeah.
Love that.
It's beautiful. Thank you, Wolf Guy. And Gen.G, we'll see whether they can actually try and make some sense of the whole situation.
How is Kwangdong? Because I do believe that, you know, if they win, they win. But I do believe that Kwangdong are not going to be able to win this game of League of Legends.
Yeah.
Not because I don't think they're not in a good position, but just that's what the evidence has suggested. I'm wondering how.
So what will happen is that they're going to realize that it gets more difficult to take turrets once you've taken the outer ring. That has given them a false sense of advantage. They're now going to probably stack up a few of these Chemtech Drakes, but they're never going to be so strong that they can take Baron reliably. And so we're going to flip for one of those objectives, and they're not going to have the coordination for the man advantage.
Why are you seizing positioning?
Seeding?
Seeding, thank you. Seizing is getting it.
Yeah. It's Gen.G that is seizing it, actually. So
very good point.
That is definitely
okay, the landing poke. That's looking good.
Daisy's up.
Backline is getting punished.
Yeah, Bull is within Killer Instinct range. Ilima has ulted, but he's going to get shoved. Oh, that's cease and desist. I don't know about that one, but it might work out. We'll just have to see. Another shove comes through as they just can't get over the rocks. Moham goes aggressive as Ilima is still alive, and it's Bull that locks down the kill. Moham's going to be traded, though. Still, these health bars are so incredibly low. Feely is out of there. Does not want anything else to do with this fight. And so, it's a 1-for-1. And the winner is going to get a Chemtech Drake. Congratulations!
Hey, Bull gets another kill.
Is that a good thing?
The Bull Demption is living, it's thriving.
No, but is it a good thing?
I don't know.
His use of gold has not been 10 out of 10.
We see Gen.G trying to desperately hard engage under an accent, but because of how much distance he gains, there's no actual DPS available. And without Lost Plus ult, this fight would have been a complete blowout because he's able to keep them off initially, buy space for Carfe afterwards. And then Ophelia actually getting the ult is really big because he 100% would have been dead. And you need to be out of combat for a few seconds. Actually, made it work.
Yeah.
Nicely done. And now 1v1 or a 1-for-1, and Kwangdong pick themselves up a dragon, which the dragon is actually just a gate to the eventual Elder Flip. It doesn't. The soul is not.
Will we need to wait for an Elder Flip, or will we get a Baron Flip prior to that?
Why not both? Why are we helloing?
Hello?
Hello?
Wait, Nightbot.
What is happening?
So Nightbot actually just deleted a message of someone that just said that Chronicler and Valdez is the best caster duo. So I'm pretty sure Nightbot is actually Atlas biased.
Makes sense.
I think that Valdez should probably permaban Nightbot.
Hello. Yundo getting in with the bot as well.
Is our microphones maybe broken?
No, I think they're just making jokes about bots.
Ah. Wait, there's... Oh. Okay.
Like Nightbot.
I'm a bit confused. Makes sense, Nightbot was playing Star Rail, fair enough. Does make sense. Our mics are fine? Everything's okay? Oh my god, I'm so confused. Okay, so it was just Nightbot. Anyway, so paying attention back to this game, and that's enough of that. Any plans for your day off tomorrow, Chronicler?
I'm gonna go for a walk.
Nice.
Just a walk. I will cook something nice. I haven't. I'm almost run out of the previous dish I've made. Be making some chili, maybe. Still have some of the dried chilies left. I want to use them. Some enchiladas. That sounds good, actually. I'll make some tortillas as well. It's my day off, so I can actually cook. It'll be fun.
Very nice.
Yeah. So I don't know where we are drifting. What is?
I think our observer fell
is
asleep.
happening?
Our observer fell asleep. No!
Where did they go?
Okay, we're back. Team fight sort of happening. We're directed cameraing. Oh my goodness.
Lospa died, as did Moham.
Okay, so the fight is...
Oh, we're going back in time?
Yeah, okay, so Illimer is going to slice up Winner, and Zest is going to get snared. Gets over the wall, though. It's going to be okay. Cafe in a bit of trouble. Doesn't have Featherstorm. And Illimer just slices his way over and dices up the Xayah. Oh my goodness, I want to know what happened. Is the observer all right?
Yundo!
Is Yundo okay?
Yundo, is he okay? Yundo, are you still there?
Yundo, please. Maybe he
also-
got like an automatic message. Apparently his car like got a ding or something like that. Someone hit it in the parking lot and he's like, I am done, work doesn't matter, and he's sprinted out of the building. That's what I'm assuming. Let's have a look at the replay. Okay, while you're having a look at the
so
replay,
now-
I'm going to destroy this man.
Yeah, so we hard engage on top of Moham. Lospa actually gets really trolled by the wall, and then it's a 1-4 trade initially, but they don't have their front line, and then Illimer actually has a pretty good amount of threat, and they're actually playing this comp well. They're doing it, like they're just poking, you know, they're moving forward one by one slowly, and it's working. You're playing a poke-up into Xayah, into Taliyah, so it should work, as I do think Illimer's dead. But you need the execution for it to actually do something. And somehow, Kwangdong Freaks, in that beautiful moment, was able to get it done.
Yeah. And now it's a 6,000 gold lead, and now with Baron, they're going to push even further, extend this one ever larger. And now we're sitting above 2.6k as the power play. And brave positioning indeed. Sci-fi miscellaneousness.
Have you seen Brave?
Brave, the movie? Yeah, I loved it.
I thought it was okay.
I like
Not my
archery.
favorite.
Yeah, and I
archery's
like
cool.
the idea of my mum turning into a bear.
I thought it had more potential. I enjoyed it.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like there was more.
What do you
That
mean?
could-
What,
I don't know.
What was it missing? Because
I
I
don't know.
actually
No,
I
it
felt
was
like
just it was just a feeling. It was like I had a Cleaver.
yeah, Cleaver is just going to dive into the entire enemy team. He now has a Trigger Seed, so that big old shield is going to start working out here. But this concave kind of working for Gen.G, who I mean, fighting for this Chemtech Drake is a thing that you could do.
They're
but
going to.
Not a needed.
You don't need to. Let it go. Let it go. Carfei's at 40% health. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just a dragon.
Don't need to do it. They will, but we do need to point out that you don't necessarily need to. As Daisy taking a fair bit of damage, Gen.G actually on the front foot quite nicely, but the poke is really starting to land. And now that the Nature's Grasp is down, this could just be the opportunity for Kwangdong Freaks. Illimer is going in. We know that he is. Never mind. He is just going to let this one time out, and they are going to back away. Bull is landing a lot of these Void Seekers, and that is why a lot of these Gen.G members are so incredibly low. There it is. Soul Point does go over to Kwangdong Freaks. Not the super highest value of souls, as now Illimer may die.
We talked about being brave. We also need to talk about letting it go.
Yeah,
and that's
true.
what they did. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yes. And now the...
Wait, they're fine. Especially with Gigacone.
Yeah, that is also like a mega wall as well.
Yeah, it's level 2 ult. They're just fine. Well, I had to use teleport, but...
oh, and they get a turret?
And they get a turret? They get a bounty?
Dream? Okay, well, there we go. Feel you're going to be able to lock that one down. They do manage to take the outer, so Gen.G pulling a little bit of gold back. Still 4,000 gold, but not the end of the world. 8-1-1, my god. This Taliyah is kind of the whole team.
Yeah. And playing Taliyah into a poke comp is not the best. But you have decent range, obviously. You know, you have a pretty okay range with your stones, but it really is nothing compared to Cleaver and Bull. And obviously, you know, I'm gonna sound like we've heard this a lot, but I would have loved if Bull went for actual AP. You know, both Leandries and Ludens would have been really good here, because you should not be in melee range, really, because that involves you getting close to anyone on Gen.G. Just press your W button.
And that's what he's found the most value in so far this game. It is absolutely.
Keep it up, chat.
Yes. Oh god.
Perfect. This is fine. You know, this is funny.
I mean,
It's
it
a
is
classic copy pasta.
I don't think it's that cringe though. So I think you may have made a mistake copying and pasting this particular line. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, Ophelia is throwing rocks out. Bull is, oh god. Okay, Winner actually like really playing with his life there in front of the Void Seeker. Looks like he's just kind of mucking about. And how much kills Lospa have?
0. He's Maokai.
Yeah. Perplexing question. And the phrasing as well. Odd. But I liked it. Illiman now just taxiing this wave towards the inhibitor turrets. And I don't think Gen.G are necessarily out of it yet.
No?
But it's feeling good for Illiman as it's Gen.G that's pulling the trigger. Okay, Illiman is just able to press the dominance button and wander away. And now Bull is going to Killer Instinct in. Not sure about that. Moham is probably just going to die. The rocks, the value is just massive. Now Illiman gets into the back line though. Can they actually CC him enough somehow? Gen.G are just getting it done. The Kaiser is dead and now Cleaver, the only big form of damage left remaining outside of Illiman, I guess, is now Winner, is going to need to try and get rid of the Croc, but the Jace is dead. And Gen.G, despite the fact that their initial engage didn't work, Kwangdong Freaks funneled in and gave them exactly what they needed regardless. The generosity from this team is absurd.
Why? Why? You don't have to do this, Kwangdong!
Everything about this was not great.
You just play it slow. Just play it slow. No ult in. Just press W.
I don't even
funnel into the choke point, onto the feathers, and the rocks. It's like the one place you're not allowed to go on the map. Anywhere else, and it would have been fine.
There's a lot to adjudicate, isn't there?
No, this is classic challengers. We're back in the comfort zone. Maybe a Baron throw, a flip.
All right, let's see. Courage nowhere near the pit. They do manage to throw the Void Seeker in, but Winner is going to be able to lock down the Baron. Moham is dead yet again, and a Winner? That is a winner's mentality, all right? Go in. Just go in. 3 Barons left remaining here for Gen.G. They suffered 2 losses, but it is at least Moham going down as well. So 4 versus 3. It's Kwangdong Freaks. There are 35 seconds. It is a Chemtech Soul, so the value of that not high, but get us towards that flip. Get us towards the burgers raining down on Summoner's Rift.
It has to be, right?
Oh, it's happening.
So,
1 Baron each. It's Flipsville. We gotta be in Flipsville.
population, everyone in challengers.
Yeah.
And, you know, some LPL teams.
And a lot of LCK teams as well.
Sure.
I mean, as far as like graphics that we use,
T1 was big on Flip.
They did very much enjoy it, but like as far as graphics that we use, I think like the Elder and like the Baron burger flip graphic on the TV and the space is the one that we use the most.
Yeah.
Oh, just got another tragic loss.
The 5th?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway. Gen.G, I'm not going to make assumptions about silly people like this, but Gen.G are now set up trying to deny the Chemtech Soul and deny us our flip for the next little while. 50% health bar on this Drake as now Lospa finds a decent angle on that Nature's Grass. They lock down the Dragon and now the Crocodile. He's getting massive, but he's not massive enough. The Sterix does so much work. And now into the backline goes Bull. He gets the Featherstorm out as Carpe gonna pull back the feathers, but he's not going to hit the Kaiser.
Wait.
And here we go. They do deny the soul. Zest gets over the wall really beautifully here. And he just dies to a Void Seeker. Lospa, I have a feeling you are just going to fall. And Ophelia, he might be alive, but I don't know whether he's going to be able to defend. And sometimes you just throw the entire game away trying to deny the most useless soul in the history of League of Legends.
Kwangdong might have done it.
I think they have.
The peak challengers experience. Throw into throw into throw.
And the only counter to that is more throw, Chronicler. I have to agree with you. The Nexus turrets are going to die, and Kwangdong Freaks. Basically, what this means is that all of the things that they did this game are now the correct decisions to make. Think on that, everyone. Think on that.
It's time. I gotta put in my vote for the Bulldemption. I can't believe I'm doing this.
So let's take another look at what actually happens here. So the Dragon is taken, but the Dragon here is pure bait, right? Dragon is not actually the objective you should be going for. You should be going for the fight. And Ilima does so much work here. The amount of damage and cooldowns that he tanks, like, and then the added W there from Bull actually wins him the fight. Like, Karfe is already 40% health because of the previous play from Ilima. Bull goes in, sees the angle, and that's the end of it. Hits the W here as well. And with that...
There is no way I'm voting for Bull, by the way.
No, I mean...
That is great. Like, when Ilima hard carries like this, I just think that it's so illegal. I can't believe we're splitting so much. Yeah, like, he played Kai'Sa, and he's like, did you see that Killer Instinct?
I know.
That Killer Instinct, like, that is a fireable offense.
I know, I agree. But
he still...
He won the final team fight! He pressed W and then he went in and he killed the AD carry. I know Ilima made it happen.
So vote for the correct vote. We need to have a training session because things are going wrong in the LCK as well. There needs to be a voting training session that's done so that the correct votes go to the correct places. Because this is the second time in a row. And it's going to happen, isn't it? Like, Bull's
it's going to be Bull.
It's going to be absolutely tragic. And so we do need to make sure that people understand that most valuable player means value to the victory. And it's just a little bit of a sad situation. I really need to hear back from Yundo to make sure that he's okay.
Yeah, we haven't actually had Yundo.
Yeah, I knew it.
I knew it was going to happen. He got the solo kill early on, you know? Guys, we lost Atlas. And I'm alone.
W spammers.
Yeah.
Love to see it. He did land a few of them.
Oh, Yundo's
and he got that solo kill. Oh, Yundo, you're okay? Was your car all right? Was everything all right? Oh, back from the dead. Oh my goodness. It's a bit morbid, but hopefully you're all right.
I am just in complete awe of what we witnessed in like the last 5 minutes of gameplay.
Same. Let's go to a short break. Try to come to terms with it, fail at doing that, and then get into game number 3. We'll see you then. G'dowdy, everyone, and welcome back to LCK Challenger 2023 Summer. I'm Atlas, joined by Chronicler for the ultimate game in the. I almost said penultimate. That could have been the second game, but I didn't know at that point. I thought that perhaps Gen.G were going to be able to win. That was not the case. In Kwangdong Freaks, they put together a composition that looked like it wasn't going to work, and then they made it work. And then Bull picked up a POG off the back of Illima's fantastic performance and his ability to never die in team fights.
So I think that Illima, his final team fight was incredible. But
He like randomly survived for way too
no,
long.
I know,
the whole
I agree.
game.
But he also died in side lane like 3 times.
Did you see Bull's ultimate? If you're going to
I know,
say
I know,
that mistakes take away from the
no.
performance.
I'm just, no, I do not. Because that early ult in, I even said during the cast as well, you know, just W, don't press that R button. I do agree. But he also had the solo kill. He also had, I think the other fights were played well outside of the one in mid.
Are you explaining Illima or Bull?
Both. I think that both were fine. But you're not.
No.
No.
I think a Bull vote is always wrong. Personally, a little bit Madge. I'm not going to lie. I had some chat points writing on Pog. Yeah. I didn't, actually. But
the chat points?
I tell you what, I did make a whole bunch of channel points yesterday, though.
Oh, because you log into the LCK, you put on the channel, put all your points on bro.
Eating well. Eating well tonight. I'm back up to 2,000.
Sometimes a divorce is the right answer. Hey, just because me and Atlas disagree on something does not mean we're getting a divorce. Okay, that's disagreement is normal.
It is.
Healthy.
It's actually very healthy.
It's good because if we'd always agree, like imagine if all the casters always agreed on everything.
Yeah, and the main thing is that they eventually realize that I'm correct at the end. That is basically because I'm the wife in this situation, right? And so pretty much you just need to like that's what you need to get to at the end. And as soon as that happens, then that's fine. As long as that's where we land.
Dear Costas, can you give a shout out to my dear friend in Singapore? She's an auditor and very stressed at the moment. Her name is Nini. A shout out to Nini. Shout out to Nini. I hope that your stress soon will be less stressful and that everything will go fine.
Yep. And I hope all the audits are successfully done and there is no funny business.
I haven't seen Atlas and Chronicler cast together on the weekend in a long time. Are they good? Oh no, the people are fighting out.
No, it's terrible. It's actually a disaster. Gen.G are now on the blue side. They are going to be banning away a couple of Yordles. Ooh, Yordle-cists, perhaps. They are going to take away a tree as well. So the environment and Yordles is what Gen.G does not like. And Sejuani and LeBlanc. A LeBlanc ban is quizzical.
We were already not big on the LeBlanc ban by like the end of the
previous patch, yeah.
And then now Shiv is nerfed. So yeah, I think LeBlanc ban is a great way to lose a ban on red side, which you don't want to do. Nico is nerfed, but is still open. We'll see if the removal... Very good, yes. We'll see if the removal of the wind-up, to me, was the biggest thing. If that is enough to completely take her out of the meta. Because we have seen her... I think she wasn't banned in the first couple of games either, right?
Yeah. We did see that she was played on this patch in the one day that we had her.
Saw.
And we did see that she was... it did look like it was far more...
fair.
Far more fair, yeah.
How did they nerf Nico? So previously you were able to, I think, I don't know, it's really hard to keep track of the patches. I know that there was one patch that specifically hit her laning, but she was still strong. But the main thing is that...
This is the old nerf patch.
The old nerf patch. That's the big one, because there was basically zero counterplay to her channeling the first part, the knockup part of her ult, and then the slam down.
Yeah, and so now you can flash it.
Yeah.
And we saw that players were pretty capable of flashing it.
Which is really good, because that was completely unfair and not okay.
Ooh, double Shurima locked in here for Gen.G, as Zest has played all 3 games, which is something worth thinking about.
It's really interesting, yeah.
As Jax is going to come in. So Jax versus Cassante, I think can be extremely Jack's favored. I think that if this is going to be a Quandong Freaks angle, playing through Ilima is going to be a possibility this game.
I do like the Ilima angle. With the Maokai already locked in, we don't actually know. More teams have been flexing the Maokai to different directions. We'll see if they end up going for something else. The downside, of course, of this is that you are pretty heavy if you do go for like a aggressive jungler. Lee is still open, but like Lee, Jace, and Jax leaves you with a ton of AP on the top side, and they will just ban Lee themselves. So I'm going to give that over to Gen.G.
Ban Vi, ban Lee, pick Viego and put Maokai bot. And then you've got like so many jungle bans. There's like Poppy, Ivan, Lee, and well, never mind. It's going to be
Guess Spinner is just going to play Viego here.
Yeah, Viego
Azir
is
Poppy,
not,
but that's not an option.
Yeah, it's not the most exciting. Lospa has been, like, remember, good work, Alistair. That was Ruler's line when Lospa subbed in.
True.
That was his name.
That was, I forgot about that moment.
Good work.
That was
good work, Alistair.
Actually iconic. Ruler just not knowing the name of the player we just played with.
Yeah, it was beautiful. But he's going to play Rakan anyway. A little bit of a shame. I would have liked to have seen the Alistair so good in Terrell. And the Wukong going to come back. I actually think that this is a better option than the Viego. I think that having a bit more team fight ability alongside the Azir, outside of a lot more of that skirmishy single target focus that Viego does bring, is kind of valuable. But this will mean that Gen.G will struggle a fair bit in the early game. Have we seen much relevance in the early game? Not really.
No, early game is really not relevant whatsoever.
Oh, bull? No. Not going to have as much of a fun time, I guess. And it's going to be the Aphelios locked in. This is the big test for Bull, because he was able to play the overpowered champion in the last game. Now, a little bit more honest. And I find it interesting talking about Aphelios as being, you know, the honest champion. But I think he definitely is, and especially on this patch as we are winding down the Aphelios power patch after patch after patch.
Yeah.
And we'll just have to see how he goes. Moham on the rel, not going to be as counted outside of the Emperor's Divide that he will need to play around. It could certainly be an option here. Zest could also catch him in a W, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, I am going back to specifically the jungler that you were talking about earlier. Even though Wukong individually, I think, is a lot weaker than Viego, I think Viego really has incredible amounts of carry potential. Specifically with Rakan, it's like the one combo where I'm like, I can keep seeing it, you know? Like, it's the same when you have like the Rumble, Yone, you're like, both these champions benefit so much from each other and having the capability to go in. And, you know, these comps, I actually don't mind either. I think that Kwangdong have the potential to try and take some of the initial engage attempts from Gen.G. To me, Kai'Sa trumps all when it comes to like long-range poke and being able to win stalemates. But particularly in Challenger, that's just not how it works.
Yeah, I think that Gen.G have a pretty massive edge in this one, honestly, because we've seen Maokai Jace just not really do enough in lot of games. I think Gen.G's comp is very easy to execute in a lot of these team fights. Gen.G has Kai'Sa.
I'm with you on that one.
And that's about it. Like, I don't think the Bull's really going to be able to do anything on this Aphelios. I think that this is a Illimer or die composition. And it has worked in the past, but I don't know about it here for Quandong Freaks, unfortunately.
I think your allegory about him being dragged down, very accurate.
See how it goes. Let's rock out a little. I just really like
very intense.
I felt like it was a subdued rock out call, and so I wanted to like really make up for it with the do-do-do.
No, you did. I got scared sitting right next to that. Man, he went all out. Fellas sounds like Chronicler today. Yeah, I have a bit of a throat thing going on.
Yeah, really looking forward to playing some Diablo later.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Are we going to do the rest of the strongholds?
Yeah, sounds good. I want to get that renown.
Yeah, got to make sure that
and then later I'll get myself a New York Slice because I'm a big fan of those.
Do you want Artichoke? The Artichoke place?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of my personal recommendations.
Yeah,
and it's really, really good.
So yummy. I really enjoyed having that with Chronicler, but it would have been better if it was with you.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're getting too
Like getting a bit mad.
we're going too many levels down.
Dora,
okay.
too crazy. It's all right. We had you back. And if you hop over to YouTube for one moment, you can scroll back just to check out the doo-doo-doo to see how well.
New York Slice, that's a thing, right? Is that not what people say?
I thought it was a thing, but I'm Australian, so.
I mean, I'm more asking Brendan than you.
Yeah, I don't know. Valdez will have to keep us up to date as Moham goes in and goes out with half of his health bar missing. I just didn't understand the sudden focus on New York Slice. Oh, it's because Chronicler was you.
Yeah, someone said in YouTube chat that I sounded like you, so then we needed it.
No. They said that you.
Sorry,
that
I
Valdez
sounded
sounded like Chronicler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As level 1 trade lost, but level 2, yeah, it was still lost.
Level 2 versus 1 trade lost.
Also lost. Because once they hit level 2, they'll definitely be on the winning end of that. Now, when it comes to sums, though, Carfe and Lospa did use Cleanse and Heal. And Bull and Moam are only down a Flash. And really, are you down a Flash if you have Hex Flash? No, if you'd ask Atlas.
Not even a little bit. So that is 4 summoners available for Kwangdong Freaks, which is absolutely fantastic. One thing that I do keep thinking about now, as soon as I see these Rakan lanes, is something that Orcs was talking about a lot yesterday, has mentioned in the past as well, which is the power of the Gleaming Quill. As Illimer takes a turret shot. That was almost 2. That was almost another one. As he's playing with fire here. Still winning out on these trades. As the Jax, but I mean, Illimer, he reminds me of the Shy so much.
Very, very appropriate.
It's like
comparison.
Either he's just out-handsing everyone doing the most amazing things, or hard int.
Yeah, there isn't really a middle ground with this man. And sometimes you don't even know what he's doing until the end of the game.
No, you don't.
That's the beauty of it.
And either he walks away with a dead nexus of his opposition, or his is exploded and you're still asking the same questions. It's crazy. I love it, though.
Yeah, I do agree. As a New Yorker, I love the pizza culture. Yeah, New York pizza was great. Very delicious.
Valdez is getting upset with people. What happened?
Pick New York or pizza culture.
Oh, okay.
Oh, don't do that to Valdez. That's risky business.
You can't do that.
It's fine.
I used to be an Italian, Italy is the pizza capital guy. I've since learned that there are different versions.
Different styles.
Yeah. And you have to learn to appreciate both and understand the beauty in both.
In my case, as we did see Courage there peek out for a little bit, my favorite is still the Italian style, but in New York you can get some truly incredible pizza.
Yeah.
You know? I think back to the pizza place that Azil.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And
so
actually
good.
the Valdez recommended artichoke pizza, that was, and they were so different, but they were both so good.
Mm-hmm. I actually, like, we had pizza in a lot of different places, and most of it was just great.
I read the Warchuk comment, and initially I was very upset, and then I kept reading, and I was like, okay, it's fine. It's
I just don't even know. Like, God, yeah, that's it. Just,
right?
Just if we could have as many question marks in chat as possible, that would be absolutely fantastic. Just as many question marks in chat, that would be great.
Dude, they put sweet potato and corn on pizza in Korea. Yeah, it's not. You can get good pizza in Korea, of course. You can get almost good anything, but like your average Korean pizza place.
Well, no, so I would say that the best way to describe it is that the Korean pizza style clashes a lot with the Western style of making pizza.
Sure.
So if you are not Korean and you come to Korea and expect a pizza to be a pizza, you're going to be very confused.
Yeah.
But you can also go to an Italian restaurant and get beautiful wood-fired, fantastic pizza. Or there are even, New York pizza options as well. Tom's Pizza, for example, absolutely fantastic, which is around the Hongdae area. There's a lot of them, but if you just get like fast food pizza from Korea, you're going to be very confused. And so yeah, that's sort of my take, and it's a little bit more measured. I used to be a little bit more like aggressively, if you put potato and corn on my pizza, it's not real. But I'm just sort of getting past that. Maybe I'm too old for that. I don't know.
Yeah, I personally, I don't like it, but as mentioned, it is. I think it's more about the averages, right? Like the average, you will be able to find good anything in a lot of countries if you put in the effort.
Yep.
When it comes to average, I think on average, Korean food, the level of restaurants, amazing. When it comes to specifically Western food, it won't be as good. You can get really good places.
Yep.
You just have to put in a little bit more effort. Just the same as if I go to a Korean, quote-unquote, restaurant in the Netherlands, it's probably not going to be great. But if I get bread, that's a whole, or cheese, that's a whole nother story.
I don't think that there's a place on the planet that
No.
I'd prefer to be for eating. Like, I think that Seoul is just the best place.
That's, yeah.
Just because I feel like even if you want something else, the like amount of talent in like chefs for all kinds of cuisine is just amazing, and Korean food I think is the best food in the world. That's my take.
That's just, yeah, no, I mean, that's
My
a valid opinion. It's hard for me to choose because I feel like the appeals of, yeah, I didn't like LA the city, but the food in LA was still exceptional, you know?
Yeah. If you've got $1 billion.
Yeah.
As Ophelia is going to miss. Yeah, unfortunately, Cleaver was standing in the way, and therefore the shifting sands are not going to move very far. That is a beautiful first blood lockdown once again by Kwangdong Freaks. And I had a bit of a Honkai question that I'm going to answer real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Hard Zombie asked whether Blade is worth pulling for. Blade is currently my favorite character added to the game. He is absolutely extraordinary. If you wish to try one out, I currently have him set as my support character, so let me know, I'll add you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he has no flash,
Cleaver is
so-
now really dead as well. So we are going to even things out. Losper is just going to whip his tail feather around and grab that kill.
Okay, you continue answering Honkai questions.
Kafka also probably going to be great, but we don't know yet.
Is a
so
food
I'll
feed
reserve
available in
judgment.
Korea? Not really. I mean, you can get okay price, but generally not compared to Belgium or the Netherlands. Really nice flash from Cleaver.
You said there's not good
Cancels-
fries?
Not compared to Belgium, yeah.
I mean, it depends where you go.
Yes, but still Belgian fries are like,
I had fries in Belgium.
Yeah.
They were good.
yeah.
But you can get good fries anyway. It's like deep frying potato. How hard is it?
You. I would be very, I would
And
be
also-
very careful saying that stuff around
But
Belgian
also, you're in
people.
Korea. And which country fries things the best?
When it comes to chicken, I'm on board. When it comes to fries, absolutely not. Belgian. Belgian above all. As Zest wanted to flash ult, and Ilma was like, no, I have leap stream. I think this conversation that we were having is better than what is happening on the
Yeah,
screen, so
yeah,
let's
yeah.
go back to that.
And so what is it about Belgian fries that makes them so much better than the rest of the
So,
world?
it is really, it's like, the experience is part of why it's so good. Just like getting street food, even if you would use the same ingredients, wouldn't be as good if you're not like sitting at a place where you can, you know, get the street food and it's freshly put on your plate. Belgian fries are thicker. Yeah, it's just part of like the fries are really good. The quality of the mayonnaise is miles behind almost everywhere.
I was going to say that it's probably the mayo.
I mean, the mayo plays a large part
Because
as well.
that was my favorite part about Belgium. Was
That's
the amount of
that's
mayo.
very valid.
I was there with Ifya though, and we would then only ever go to places if there was an exorbitant amount of mayonnaise.
Well,
available.
naturally, yeah, you would.
I've never met someone more obsessed with mayonnaise in my life.
Yep.
And I thought it was me, always, but it's not. It's
Yeah.
her.
I don't like fig fries. Yeah, well, if you don't like fig fries, then Belgian fries are definitely yours. Yeah, but it's the same with me with fish and chips, for example. I've had really good fish and chips places outside of the UK, but I went to a place.
Australia is better.
I'm.
Can confirm.
Yeah.
We actually have oceans all around. They're everywhere.
Yeah, but
And we
But
have.
the UK is
actually,
also
yeah,
an
the
island.
UK is a little bit better. But so we also make fish and chips not with cod, but with shark.
okay, well that sounds. I
is
haven't had
badass.
shark. No, it is. But I also, you know, Atlas, I am with you, but I think UK has so little. Maybe we should let them. maybe we should
but
let them have this
so
one.
we can. I won't let them have fish and chips, but I'll let them have Australia. Because Australia is just all of their,
okay,
you know,
but
it's
then-
just another place. It's a Commonwealth.
But then
we
they
haven't
would still
referendumed
have,
yet.
But then they would still have fishing chips.
England may have
By
Brexited from the rest of
extension.
Europe, but it hasn't, like, Australia hasn't Brexited from there yet. As we're going to see
That's a
Shelly
clone.
manage to get a charge.
Oh!
That's an Emperor's Divide. All right, Ophelia. I'm feeling that one, as Moham also going to get mowed down here. And that's a double for the Wukong. Actually, fantastic that it goes to the jungler as well. Giving Winner a couple of kills will really accelerate this guy.
The amount of punnery that you just put, that's why are you wasting that on challengers? Throw that into the real LCK. It was so much. Ophelia feeling it.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah.
You didn't like to mowed them down?
Yeah, no, as well.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I did the thing where I was like, I got to remember all of the puns, and then I immediately
just didn't quite get that.
immediately forgot them.
That's absolutely fine.
Because I registered them happening, but I did not save them. I just scrolled past it. As a really clean fight being set up here. So we have the initial engage coming through on Winner, but it's a clone, so it doesn't actually work. Then Courage goes in trying to cancel. And then Cleaver mispositions. That flash forward, you know, at the time it felt really cool, but it has been punished pretty aggressively.
Yeah. DJ request, that makes me sad. Don't say things that make people sad. You're not going to get banned, but it makes me sad. If you bake banana on pizza, it comes out like mozzarella. I don't know whether that is true. Warchug is just like, he's chosen violence today.
It's a lot of, yeah. There's a lot of opinions. I think pineapple pizza is fine. I don't mind it personally. I feel like we've had this discussion. Like, it's such a divisive topic. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So we have some top lane fighting.
Alrighty, let's see how this one is going to go. Winner is just going to stand, and the nature is going to grasp, and then, oh, the third Q. The all-out encourage! Oh no, that was a bit brave, I think. As Illima now finds himself 1 versus 2. Does Zest have the health bar to be able to fight this one out? As the all-out should be over relatively soon, Zest is going to be able to grab those resistances back, but they're not going to go for it. As Moham, he is magnet storming in. Bull has red-white, but it's a great knock-up. Bull going to be dashing over. They kill each other, actually. And now it's Moham trying to run away. The Rakan not going to offer too much damage, and Bull holds onto his flash, so I guess it's a Quantum Freak's victory.
Technically a favorable trade for Kwangdong on the bottom half of the map. On the top half, though, they kind of get smoked, as unfortunately we do have Zest being a very good Cassante, isolating the tank, and then Courage, as Atlas pointed out, being brave, which doesn't end up really working out for him. Carfe doesn't have the flash available, crucially. So, or actually he does. He just used it at the end. I'm getting baited in by the Observer PC. So we do actually have so much EC going down in Bull, but he still has enough damage. The flash there from Carfe is really unfortunate, because I think that if he flashes a little bit higher...
I also think he cancelled 2 autos.
Yeah, I was... might have. I was looking at the flash. Because if he flashes up a little bit further, like Lospa was also flashing to try and block the damage from Bull to not allow him to actually click on him, but didn't end up working out, unfortunately.
All right, well, Quantum Freaks are closing in now on this Rift Herald. The nature is grasping. They do manage, someone managed to secure the Rift Herald. It is Gen.G. Winner's going to pick that one up. Emperor's Divide used defensively here. They're not going to fight into the red and the white. It's the start of a song, pretty sure. And it's the intelligent move.
You're right, it actually does taste like chicken, as Lospa. I mean, they're both dinosaurs, so...
Yeah, birds are technically descendant of reptiles, so it is another white meat. So there you go. I haven't had crocodile myself.
I had it at like a buffet, like a little bit. But it's not, you know, why would you have it in the Netherlands?
Yeah.
It's, almost kills Winner. Renekton tastes like chicken.
I guess. I used to have kangaroo a lot, actually.
Yes.
It's super gamey.
Well, yeah,
real gamey.
Do live in Australia, so that doesn't surprise me too much.
Yeah, there's a lot of Australians that don't eat very much of it, and it's understandable.
Because it is really gamey?
It is really gamey, but it is very cheap, and it's not very fatty. So if you're like trying to lose weight, than it is substituted for fatty meats.
What kind of dishes? Because then you'd have to like actually use a lot of other spices and flavors to hide the gaminess. Like, how do you deal with that?
Yeah, you just marinate.
Yeah, but what type, like, are you doing?
You can do basically any.
Like normal, like soy marinades, or just.
And it's how you cook it as well, because it can get super tough.
Okay, yeah. Well, if it's a lean meat, then you have to be very careful with how you prep it.
Yeah,
I imagine.
So it can be hard, but if you do it right, it can be delicious as well. Anyway, Rift Herald going to be parked in this mid lane. They might be able to deny the extra damage, and they should be able to do so here. There it is. And so Shirley going to get a big old charge into this inner, unless she doesn't make it there. And so in the... Okay, she is going to get the charge. There we go. That's high value. Condom Freaks unable to get enough DPS onto that one. And Bull now without great guns. And they're staring down the barrel of a soul. But there's the Magnet Storm. They dive forward. Empress Divide tries to get the work done. And it's actually... Oh my goodness, it's Courage that falls down. They do take out Carpe. And so the trade, you would probably say, relatively positive here for Kwandong Freaks. As Cleaver looking for an opportunity. Zest at full health, though.
That was... How did they not win that fight harder?
I don't understand,
such an insane engage from Moham. He literally hit the
Empress
entire
Divide was
backline.
pretty good.
I know it
then,
was.
Like, that was the answer.
It's just, again, it's the coordination. Why are we not seeing more unity on Kwandong?
Well, we've got a big old teleport coming in. Winner's going to dive on over. Is this just Soul Point?
No.
Delivered to Gen.G?
There's no way.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, Winner's going to dive on in. That's a flash forward from Zest, but he finds no joy with the Q, and now Bull taking matters into his own hands. Pulls out the reds and the whites as Carpe wants to make his way forward, and Zest is going to grab that kill onto Cleaver. That is going to be the Drake secured by Courage, and it was courageous. This time around, I'm not going to describe it as brave because he denies Soul Point from Gen.G. They still lose out on the fight. Man, this game is, like, weird. And looking at the top of your screen, you're like, oh, I guess Gen.G are, like, close to 5,000 gold ahead. But it doesn't look like that.
It doesn't feel that way. And our feelings matter. You know, don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
As Courage will be coming back shortly with Hexgate in particular. You really got to be careful on these turret pushes. Like, the amount of time that it takes to flank you is very little. As we take another look, I really wanted to see another replay of the Moam engage because that was just really, really good. As Zest goes for a flash Q that he misses. Would have really loved to have the flash available here on the later play. Still was able to pick up Cleaver and able to make his way out. Crucially, the one thing here is that Courage actually picks up the Dragon. Because if the Dragon is given over to Gen.G here, like, that's basically the game.
Yeah.
Now, it's still not looking too hot. You are 5.5k gold behind, but there's a chance.
Is Aussie cuisine just illegal British cuisine?
I don't know. I'm not gonna... Your call. I feel like Australian cuisine, based on what you've told me, is a lot better.
I also don't know what Aussie cuisine is. Because Australia just doesn't really have its own things. It's just got everybody else's
pies, but that's New Zealand, right?
No, meat pies is
Australian as well.
But I mean, that comes from Britain.
Comes from Britain, yeah.
It's not like we invented the pie.
Well, no. So there's a lot of foods that are just invented by everyone.
Lamingtons.
Dumplings is another. Like, dumplings in some form are in like almost any cuisine. Just
true.
Just happen.
Meringue? Is it meringue? That's New Zealand.
Does Australia have nasi goreng? No, and I'm with you. I think the Indonesian cuisine is probably my favorite in the world. I wonder why you think Korean cuisine is the best, and I think Indonesian cuisine is the best. I wonder if there's some some lines to be drawn. If there's a possible reason for that. Why our associations with these foods are so positive. Yeah. Can't think of anything.
Maybe because we've met our partners' mothers.
Could be.
Might have something to do with it.
A little bit.
And the wedding is happening.
Yeah.
And
for
therefore,
both of us.
Therefore, there's
only one
a few
choice.
correlations that could be made. Let's just say that. There's some dating advice, by the way.
Oh,
for
Moam,
those
you
that are
gotta find
interested.
something else
Okay.
again.
Yeah, let's see what they can actually do here. Not a lot of poke has actually
Oh, God.
landed so far as they secure the Baron Emperor's Divide to give them a way out. As the snares do come through, but it's not quite enough. Cafe
Do they know?
he's going to try and back as he's going to get cancelled,
could
but
kill
he's
him.
just allowed to walk out. Okay, they just didn't get the information soon enough.
Killed him.
They could have.
So that was a really good example of a disengage comp at work. Because they just pressed Ophelia's R and it worked.
This is not about girls of any specific nationality or anything, by the way.
No.
Analysis level. It's just about relationships in general. As winner is going to be able to take down the Aphelios. There is the Jace as well, and Gen.G just catch him napping.
There we go. Yeah, and in my case, I'm not really qualified to give dating advice. The only reason why I matched with my fiancée is because she felt bad for me. Because she thought that I had spent money on extending a thing, which I didn't. But she thought I did, which was the only reason why she responded.
Got lucky.
Here we are. Yeah.
Basically,
lucky a lot.
I was taught from my father that if you enjoy your partner's mother's food and cooking, then that is the best way to
Oh,
move
old
forward.
Rand. That's good, Rand.
That is
He just
Randall
only-
advice.
He just only has
Straight
good
from
advice.
Randall. And it worked out. Also, my grandmother was a great cook, so it wasn't very difficult. He managed to pass the test. As Illimer is trying to get out of the way of Zestia, who has gone all out and is now trying to go all in. And Illimer is out.
Every top laner's nightmare. The 0-0-0, and then you look, you press tab, and
Yeah.
the state of the map just is revealed to you as Teleporter comes through. Trying to get something out of this, I actually think is a cool call from Kwangdong. They just don't have the time, right? With no control whatsoever available. Plus the fact that Hex Gates exist, you just can't be out on the map nearly as long as you could otherwise be. Really changes so many of the timings, and it's not like Kwangdong normally is the best with timings and tempo. And it doesn't get better in this scenario.
You can't go past a bunning snag with onions and sauce put diagonally on white bread. That is 100% true.
No idea.
Truth,
like-
fact, and based, my friend. Especially if it comes with a Franklin's Cola.
This is live.
Ice
No.
cold
So
Franklin's Cola.
I really want to go to Australia just to hear about all these things that you talk about so
Franklin's
often.
doesn't exist anymore. It's been dead for about 10 years, I think.
Oh.
That is definitely the way.
So it's not the part of like not being Australian that doesn't work.
They
for
started
me.
putting onions under the sausage? Oh my god, I'm so glad that I left in 2017
I'm so confused.
before this awful stuff happened.
What do you mean onion under the like what? Like diced onion? Like sliced? Like what do we
Yeah, barbecued onion.
barbecued onion. Okay, and then you have a sausage on a bun?
Not a bun.
Oh.
White bread.
So it's
Slice
it's,
of the cheapest white bread you can
so
find.
it's like a hot dog.
Kind of, but worse. Well, not
Makes
worse,
sense.
just simpler.
Okay.
As Winner is diving in, he is also getting out with the use of his W. Nature's Grasp kind of goes wide, and Gen.G now have the opportunity. It's a decent Magnet Storm, but where's the follow-up? Emperor's Divide is fantastic, but
Illimer?
now they're low, and Illimer has pounced! The Emperor of Shurima will be taken down. Bull's going to be knocked up by accident as he walks forward, and Gen.G now looking to try and escape. Oh, the snipe from Carfe gets rid of the jungler, but now Moham, he's crashing down once again. They get a good knock up on him though, and that is now the Cassante moments coming in here. Willa sort of just comes on forward and then almost dies as Carfe looking to escape. Illimer, no mana, no chance, and no way to really find the engagement. What the heck is this? Zest finds the moment! That's the POG, I'm voting now.
That's some Cassante gaming, right? He actually has been doing
He's a
so
god.
well in the team fights.
Aww. I got pictures of the cats.
Man, oh, that's really cute. I want
Yeah.
to see them afterwards. So Zest showcasing the true power of Cassante. As we go in here, Winner is able to bait out the ultimate, and then Moham gets another. If Kwangdong somehow win, I'm voting Moham, man. That guy has been putting in a lot of effort.
Oh, yeah.
And the health bars are low, so that when Illimer comes in, actually able to pick up a kill. But crucially, Winner had his clone, so he's able to get his way out. And then Carfe gets taken really low, and even though he gets the snipe, he is out of the fight, at least the beginning of it. As we chase deeper, Moham isn't actually able to hit his crash down onto any real target, so he gets taken down. And then we have Carpe trying to counter. He's like, I'm helping. And then he counter-strikes Counter-Strike, and Jax jumps on top of him, and he has to flash, which is not too great. And then this is where we go for peak Cassante gaming. Goes in, flash Q, gets on top of them, and takes them down.
Man, that is some Capitals riot right there. Thank you so much for the Showmaker spam. We appreciate you. Cassante the best when played by the Zest. Heck yeah.
That is amazing.
You know, Dino Dance really, it has me split as far as its usage. Because I felt like yesterday it was used negatively. But when used like that, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I think it really is an emote that can mean anything.
It really can. And also, when you're casting Bro versus T1 and Bro's winning, then there can be some negative times. That is Bull being destroyed. Illimer is now just trying to go 1 versus 3, and he will successfully take down the Kai'Sa. They are likely to kill him, but he does have Counter-Strike. If Twitch chat could just let us know exactly what that ability does, that would be fantastic. He's going to go Golden, gets another Counter-Strike, and is now going to lead his way out. They are he is single-handedly wasting so much time here. There's another Counter-Strike, and now he's going to survive. Gen.G, in the meantime, because Illimer, the rest of his team are not doing super well, it means that all of this time that he's taking up from the rest of the squad, it's not really going to work out all that well. Still, that was very cool. Thank you very much. So Jax enters evasion. He's then not able to be auto-attacked. And it's just a really rough time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
I like how as soon as I request it, I get the Arabic version. That is just perfect.
I never know how that happened. Like,
it's
why
part of the scripture, isn't it? It's the scripture because it's it's an old language, and so it was designed many years ago. So this is the original text that Counter-Strike was written in.
I don't even have a response to that.
No, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah. What do you mean? It is. This is actually not even copy pasta. This is actually like it's an image. If you look at it, if you click on it, it's actually an image of that original text.
I don't even...
Yeah. It's pretty amazing that Counter-Strike is such an ancient word.
we might have 6 more of these Atlas.
The Counter-Strike source, so to speak. Yeah, that's actually where they got their name from. The biblical Jax.
I guess Kwangdong is... How is Kwangdong getting Drakes?
Oh, I don't know.
It's so silly. I think Winner's going to end the game in a little bit.
That is going to be a Nature's Grasp. All right, another decent Magnus Storm, but Moham finds himself out of position. The 3-man Emperor's Divide is massive, and then Bull is just going to get obliterated. Winner finding the backline gorgeously here as Illimer. There's not going to be enough. The emote spam starts to come in, and Carpe with the cleanup. This is going to be the end of the game as Moham's going to give him a good old GG and trot away into the sunset. Look at that, crashing down, standing on a ward. And Carpe, don't do it, it's rude. It's rude, it's rude, it's rude.
Right.
You know that it's rude. It's very sad. And Moham's going to be able to get himself... If Moham survives, I'm going to say it's a win for Kwangdong.
Perfect. So I'll put my vote in. I wish you guys could see this. No, if I would have gone for someone else, I would have gone for Ophelia, because I did actually think his Emperor Divides were absolutely
Winner as well,
pivotal.
had a really good game.
Yeah, but I went with Zest. Because I think that he Cassante in a way that I have not seen in a while, and it was flashy and it was cool.
It was quite flashy and cool.
But yeah, anyone on the top side, I think, would have been fine. I just said Carpe because I knew.
And I have my.
Oh yeah, you have it ready.
Oh,
okay, you didn't actually. Okay.
Yeah. But I had to do it for the bit.
Oh, I mean, even though no one else could see, you just did it for me. I appreciate that. Oh, that's so nice.
Just to show that you make the play and you get rewarded.
Yeah.
Look at Ophelia, what he did to his hair. And still he performs this well. It's impressive.
Ophelia actually has been, even in the match that they lost, every single game has been absolutely exceptional. Like, I'm really impressed with the progression this player has shown, because this is coming, like, it's easy to talk about Gen.G, and they're still, of course, like a middle of the pack, bottom, you know, like 8th or 7. No, they're 6th now, right? The German version?
Yeah, a bit of a shout out to the German Jax players.
We can read the German version later on. That will be funny.
Yeah. Wow,
Although my
German
German is not
words are
that
just
good.
so large.
They're really long.
They're
yeah.
very large
Okay,
words.
so that is the Indonesian version over there. So anyway, as I was saying, I think it's really cool to see Ophelia, how much he's progressed since he left to, I think it was LLA or CBLOL, then came back.
Yep.
And today looked amazing in every single one. The
I
Dutch
honestly think,
version?
there you go. I feel like
French?
Ophelia has been a real success story here for Gen.G this.
I agree.
Because like you have to remember that they lost Quid. You know, he went over the pond.
Yeah,
And I don't know how he's been doing.
well, they made playoffs, and that's the best you can say because there were 8.
There you go. Congratulations to 100 Thieves and to Quid in particular.
Yeah, unlike Vikla, who just turned into one of the worst mid laners, which I still don't fully understand.
There
and
he
got
is.
it! The man, the myth.
5-0-5.
This is a little bit of a scary picture of Zest, and he looks fine on his cam, but here it's like...
Yeah, pretty
he
thick
stares
actually.
into your... very intense.
Yeah.
Taking damage, very relevant. Unironically this time around.
He also dealt a fair bit of it, but I feel like he had the hardest job today. I think that Ilima is a formidable opposition. Was playing pretty well today as well.
It really was.
And Zest was able to weather the storm. Also played 3 games in a row, not something that he does a lot here in Challenger, because he shares a lot of time. But no casting today. We were Zesting the whole way, and I need to stop rhyming. It's been so much rhyming by accident.
I like it. I'm a big fan. I'm not gonna shame you for that. I actually greatly appreciate it. I think it's really cool.
Oh yeah, Stares in chat. I think Zest is definitely he's definitely a bit of a big old stare.
He is pirate version. No.
Jax boards a dodge. Defensive stance for 2 seconds. By the way,
oh, the Aussie version. That's nice. You got him.
I was expecting it to actually be like Bogan English, but instead it's just all upside down. Absolutely fantastic. What was I gonna say? I put my Facebook in pirate language.
Oh, I did that as well in like high school.
2005.
Yeah, and when I was in high school.
It's still the same now. And I don't use Facebook for anything at all really, except for talking to my mum on Messenger. Because it's much easier. My mum used to send text messages and make phone calls, and now we use like Messenger chat instead. As we're going to dive towards the Caster Chat Community Corner, where I'm going to continue talking about having Facebook in pirate language.
Continue.
That's cool. But remember MySpace? Heck yeah, you would have been in my top 8.
No one else.
DJ Fiber Tech.
No one else would know this except Dutch people. We had our own social media platform called Hives. Which, yeah, I know. That was the name. It was spelled with a Y. It was like beehives.
Would you say that
It was like beehives, not hives. As in, I know.
Is it a symptom of using
no, it was
the app or?
No, it was meant to be like beehive, but it was spelled with a Y.
So it's sticky.
It was just a social media platform. I am really sad because
it does kind of make sense, right? Because if you join a social media platform, there are a lot of other things in there that are likely to sting you.
Okay. Yeah.
And cause you pain.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that works. I mean, I think
Beehive does kind of make sense.
To me, is just a little bit sad. Here we go. A little bit sad is like, I really would love to see my early high school posts, because I remember it being truly, truly cursed, right? Like, this was like 13-year-old me. And I don't, it doesn't exist anymore.
Some of your early poetry?
No, that blog is still very much alive and up on the internet.
Which Death Cab for Cutie song did you have on your main page?
Oh no, I didn't have. So I had my blog spot where I posted my poetry, and then I also had my MSN Messenger where I put like simple plan lyrics, you know. In the
love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, simple plan.
I
Snow Patrol, you know, a little bit basic, but
I went even
Coldplay
further
songs
beyond.
as well. Hit me.
I had the Postal Service, which was just the extension of Death Cab for Cutie. So like I That's as far. I had such great heights. That was if
So
you
I
if
still
you
listen
were
to that song.
inspecting. So do I. I love that song.
Yeah,
Actually,
banger.
I love that band just in general. They did a remix of Phil Collins that I absolutely love. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I don't know whether does MySpace. Can you even get there anymore? Is it?
I have no idea.
Does it live?
No idea.
I don't even know.
I haven't gone to MySpace in a really long time.
Oh, Santa
Clinging.
said that is the most relatable thing I have ever read. You get the Facebook Messenger thing. Your parents use it too, and they instead of answering text, they just call you to say, "Oh, I got your text. What's going on?"
Yeah, there's an age, and once you pass that age, you just only call. You don't actually text.
I think it's just a thing. Like, I don't know. There's some people that call more. I'm not a caller at all. I just don't do it. I'm a texter, and actually these days I'm just a not texter. I just don't reply to anything. I think it's a case of like we just have a few too many days at work, and so I value my alone time a lot. And so there's a lot of I'll get a message and then I'll just be like,
Maybe yesterday's like because I thought we were talking about Breon. And then it was just like, yeah, the known Breon anti isn't there. And I was like, what do you mean? And they didn't respond. I was like, he got me.
yeah, I had to get you were coming in for the POG state afterwards, so I need to get you warmed up.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah, no, that and like the first 10 minutes, as soon as I sat down and I was I was ready to go.
You weren't dancing to the fun song. Oh, that's what we can do. Do you want to open a Legendaries pack together? We could do that right now. Hang on, let me see. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I got a doo-doo Jace. I got a doo-doo Jace last night. It was pretty dope. It was pretty dope. We're gonna open this one. Yeah, there we go. Now I might need to. Here we go. Yeah. I might need to turn up the volume. Now let's see what we get. Oh, I got a rare and a common. We got a Croco Vi.
Okay, I do like Croco.
This is my 11th Croco so far.
I'm a Croco enjoyer.
And what's this? DK. Another Deft? A rare Deft Varus? Huge. Absolutely huge. Yeah, I could. There you go. It's absolutely amazing. You can talk to chat if you want.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You can continue opening packs. It's just it's yeah. I don't have appropriate words for the mixture of emotions that I'm feeling right now. But I'm having a good time. It's good. It's Costas, what would you recommend to someone who wants to work in esports on the production? So it's really hard to get into esports. My main recommendation would just be have a traditional background. Don't go to like an esports college. Okay, doo-doo, that's cool.
Doo-doo dunga.
That's a. Is this an official channel? I don't want to be mean. I'm just confused. You're not being mean. This is an official channel. This is the official stream, the broadcast for challengers. If you're like, why are these guys being so incredibly different from usual? It's because that's the challengers' appeal. We are very directly interacting. We are opening legendaries packs. You know, we're staying true to ourselves. Atlas, gacha gamer that he is opening packs. Which, you know, makes complete sense to me.
I just want to see whether we get another cool one, but
Another good one? I don't think that's how it works with gacha generally. I think you need to keep rolling.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So you just have... that is exactly how it works, isn't it?
Go on. I mean, I guess.
I got an aiming.
Aiming is good value now. Didn't really used to be... I did play MapleStory in late elementary school or early high school. I don't really remember. I didn't really know. I played a lot of MapleStory, and then recently I listened to like lo-fi remixes of the MapleStory soundtrack, and I was like, oh my god, I know all of these. It was just a part of my brain that was just like turned on again.
Oh,
so you play Epic 7, Atlas? No, Atlas plays...
I play a Honkai Star Rail and
used to
Genshin, and I used to play Summoner's War as well.
Yeah.
Back in the day. I thought that I was going to have to cast Summoner's War because OGN used to cover it. And so Paper Thin and I were playing a lot of Summoner's War together. and I was in his guild as well, and we'd be doing some stuff.
Paper Finn,
and
what a
then-
legend.
Yeah,
Love that guy.
absolutely.
Love
legend.
Clem.
We were hanging out on Discord last night a little bit, you know, playing some games. Although they're playing BattleBit at the moment, we're gonna have to stop comment. We're gonna take a little bit of a break. When we get back, the second best of 3 of the day, and don't worry, we've got 2 more to go. Plenty of time. See you soon.